All right, there we go, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing okay. I'm going to turn on the volume down just a little bit on the music here, and we should be good to go. So this will probably be another longer stream, guys. Loki's coming over to say hello. I'll give him a treat here in a second. Here, you can say hi to him. Yeah. But, gonna be another longer stream today. We'll probably be going until about 3:30 to 6:30 or even 7:30 here. So it should be a longer stream. We'll talk about Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Doge, Doge on Mars, Shiba even as well, because Shiba's even been popping during this time. We're also going to be talking about a few other things like the dollar price and all that good stuff. Loki's really excited to say hi to everybody. He's getting more and more heavy now. So hey Nico, hey Frank, hey Mr. Joker, Max Power. Hope you guys are doing okay. Carlos, there we go. Oh, I should have made some coffee. I'm still beat from yesterday, but I'm doing pretty well. All right, guys, let's. Loki's all over here. He just wants scratches. You guys can't see him, but he's like right here. There you go. Yeah. Here, you want a treat? You can say hi to everybody before we start talking about the good old Dogecoin. All right, come on. I'm hoping that 24-hour chart that I put up for you guys for Dogecoin's been helping you out as far as scale out levels and those major levels of support and resistance. But we'll talk about those here pretty soon. Loki, come here. I'll come over. Bit my fingers. Yeah. Okie dokie, everybody. Let's get to it. There we go. That's some of the music you guys are hearing in the back end. So if we kind of zoom out here on the daily chart for Dogecoin, you guys will know that if you guys were watching the stream yesterday, oh my gosh, we blew right past my my target price of 10 cents, and we kept on going, and we kept on going fast. So, you know, when most of you guys woke up this morning, we were already around 15 cents, and it was just a huge boom upwards. And a lot of people are trying to play catch up. A lot of people have been scaling out. A lot of people have been doing different things here. So no matter what strategy you guys are doing at this moment in time, I want you guys to stick at it and just make sure at the end of the day, whatever happens with Dogecoin, you guys find a way to make some money out of it, okay? If you guys make some money out of it, I feel like I've done a little bit of my job, okay? The rest of it's up to you. I'll give you guys all the technicals, but it's up to you guys to figure out when you guys feel like you've made enough money off of this trade, or if you guys are long-term holders like myself, whether I want to sell some Dogecoin off to buy back more on the downside, or if I'm just not going to sell, I'm just going to hold throughout the entire process. Each person has their own goal here. No, you know, he's trying to not let me use my mouse because he wants to get pets on the head. Okay, so this is what the daily chart looks like. We know we did have that breakout here a while ago, and after that breakout, we really just went sky high. The two opportunities, just for a little bit of a recap here, guys, the opportunities you guys had to buy this were mostly just going off of this general support level here. I think if you guys see this on probably TikTok, Twitter, a lot of places, you guys have probably seen this support level. It was right here. There we go, because we never actually broke it, did we? We had, oh my gosh, we had a while, didn't we? We had like, you know, almost a month of opportunities to buy Dogecoin at these levels if you wanted to take it. From my perspective, I would have been doing more dollar cost averaging, as I was explaining to you guys over the past few weeks. Not as much swing trading, but just dollar cost averaging. It seems like if you guys do have a position that's less than 15 cents or 12 cents now, you know, you guys may scale it if you want to. Let's hop on over here to the 15-minute chart. Let's zoom in a little bit. I want to take off the numbers so we can kind of zoom in, because everything is all over the place here, guys. All over the place, okay? So let's just kind of go into this more recent from after the breakout, because we've already talked about all this last night. There we go. So we did have that breakout last night, and what were we talking about? We have to break above this level of resistance. We had to see where we're going to go after that. We're using some levels of support, some, you know, the trend line support, whatever you guys want to call it. We managed to break out above it, and what happened? We had that clear shot up to 10 cents. The thing that I didn't foresee happening, maybe there was some news that came out today, or maybe it was just because it was the middle of the night and I was asleep. China woke up and had some money to play with, but we managed to just break out above that normal price target. So if you guys are new to the channel, or you guys haven't been here for a hot minute, I normally like to start scaling out at this one target price for some of these larger moves. Normally I'd be scaling out a lot in between, right? But this is Dogecoin, so I don't normally scale out too much. I just like to buy and hold. However, this is normally where I tend to scale out of the majority of my positions, whether they've been trading good for a couple days or a week. You guys know me. One is usually that target level. Once we broke above that, we had a little bit of a consolidation period, and we zoomed all the way back up here to this final Fibonacci extension. Not the final, but one that was really hefty up here. I didn't think we would get up here until tomorrow if we really did want to make that move, but Dogecoin's been surprising, to say the least here. So we got rejected from it on the first attempt. We tried on the second attempt to break above it and hold. 15-minute chart, we did break above it and hold, but you guys know we're looking more for the hour, 4-hour daily charts to close above this, and that's really going to be the good sign here for us to continue going up. Now, so far, Dogecoin has been coming back down after hitting that resistance level. We did break down below the 20 moving average, specifically on the 15-minute chart. It's not a disaster scenario here, guys, but that usually does symbolize a good buying opportunity if you guys want to take it. Pretty soon, over the next couple hours, I'll be here for the next 3-4 hours to stream with you guys. We're going to see what happens, especially over the next hour, I would say. Hour? Yeah, probably the next hour. We're going to see what happens as the price gets squeezed between the 20 and the 50 moving averages on this 15-minute chart, okay? This is going to be pretty interesting because if we do end up breaking down below the 50, we're most likely going to be heading back down here to the 11-cent range. Some of you guys may be okay with that because you guys want to buy. Some of you guys may have bought too high and you guys are a little bit worried. So you guys are going to have the opportunity to kind of watch this play out, okay? Now, going over here to the hour chart, what did we say last night? We were going to have to hold the 20 moving average on the hour chart. And guys, we barely did. We barely did. You saw how we started to break down here. All of a sudden, massive trap, and then boom, we went sky high. Same thing is going to be what you guys are going to be focused on now. You guys want to hope that the 20 moving average is not broken down by, okay? To me, you don't want to see the price break down below the 20 moving average on the 1 hour chart specifically. That would not be a good thing. I'm not saying it's going to be the end of Dogecoin, nothing like that, but it's more of how far this rally can continue to go. We do want to see it stay above that 20 moving average. And then going over here, the last little thing here, we still want to stay above the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. I think, you know, we're a reasonable person that's more aggressive on trading Dogecoin, where they just want to make a lot of profit, but they're willing to let it like play with these dips and dips and dips and not sell off even at scale up points. Those people are most likely going to sell at whatever point in time that Dogecoin breaks down below the 20 moving average, specifically on that 4-hour chart. So the way I'm looking at this, if I was trading Dogecoin, which I'm not because I'm long-term on it right now, I'd probably look to scale it if we did break down below the 20 moving average here. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, but we're kind of at shaky grounds right now. I would expect sometime during the next few hours as I stream, we're either going to have a big pump up or a pretty drastic drop down, okay? That level of resistance up here is pretty crazy as far as 15 cents is concerned. We do have a few levels of resistance, whether you guys are going to be using old trend lines of support that can now be used as resistance. If we manage to really close above this, let's say just 15-cent level, it's a little bit below that, but 15 cents, we do have another opportunity of getting back up to 18 cents. And that'll be a very good sign if some of you guys want to scale it again, right? Some of you guys may have scaled out from, at the resistance level here, at the one target price, and up here. You guys might have already had 3 to 4 different opportunities for scaling out. We'll wait this one out, guys, but if you guys look at the 15-minute chart, we're due for a move here pretty soon. Give it, even a half an hour, we're probably looking at a big move here because you guys can see that the 20 moving average here is starting to curl back down. We're either going to have to break out of that or we're going to be forced back down here to around 12.5 cents, and then we're going to start testing out that 50. So if you guys are day traders out there, you're either trying to load up for the next attempt for a breakout, or you guys are waiting for another dip down here, possibly around the 11 to 11.5 cent range. Now, some of the other coins we've been watching, Doge on Mars. I did sell some of my Doge on Mars last night in a limit order. So I sold off some right here at this 4457 level. I think it was actually more precise, like 4514. I sold off about, I wanted to like 15% of my total Doge on Mars holdings. I will be buying back into it later on, but I want to see how much further it can go along before that happens. You guys know that if we go over to the daily chart, I've been buying this for some time. I've been talking to you guys about this for some time. I've been dollar cost averaging this for a while here, but the last time we really went deep down into Doge on Mars is when I told you guys it was going to break down over here because it wasn't following Bitcoin all the way. So you guys know, like, so there were some coins that like Luna and Doge on Mars and some others where when Bitcoin was crashing, it was still barely holding on. And then once it did break down, you would see that immediate crash. So we haven't talked about Doge on Mars in a hot minute here. You can even see the breakdown that happened right here led to this gradual downward trend. Now it's kind of boosting back up here because of Elon Musk and all that good stuff here. Let's hope that in the next hour and 22 minutes that we have, we can actually close above the 200 daily moving average. That'd be a very nice thing to see. And then from there, we might actually be able to use that as a level of support as long as the entire market as a whole doesn't decide to start crunching down on us and, you know, causing a bit of chaos. But you guys can see, if you guys are new to trading or you guys don't really know much about technical analysis, Fibonacci extension levels are a great help, and I encourage you guys to use them. They're not always going to be 100% accurate, but if you zoom in, you can clearly see where some of those pivot points were. We got a pivot point right here, a pivot point that didn't happen right here. Same thing with Dogecoin, just kind of blew up out of nowhere. A lot of money got injected in there. Pivot point here, pivot point here, pivot, or you can say it resistance points. But those are usually some pretty good opportunities to scale out, because you're going to have usually a buying opportunity afterwards if you do have that resistance moment. Now, the other coins that we might have been looking at here, or if you guys are looking at some of the coins that have been blowing up, the other one's been Shiba. So Shiba hasn't been blowing up nearly as much as other tokens or coins out there, you know, not nearly as much. Dogecoin's up like in the 50% range, 60, 80, 100% range. Doge on Mars kind of similar to that. But let me redo this here for you guys, because that's not going to be accurate. I must have moved it around a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. So Shiba has only moved up from those lows that we saw over the past few days. Let's just call it about 64%. No, it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's just not as good as what we've been seeing from Dogecoin and Doge on Mars. Those have been going up over 100%, etc. Okay. Now, what I'm looking at as far as Shiba is, you can see we had this double top here, top, broke the neckline. That was a shorting opportunity. After that, it's up to you guys to determine where you guys want to find that support. But you can see Shiba, just like Dogecoin, is broken down below that 20 moving average, and it looks like it's getting squeezed right now, waiting to see if it wants to break back out above the 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart, or if it's going to break back down, in Shiba's case, start moving back down to, I would say, the 0.0001214 level. Okay, I rarely see all the zeros because I don't like saying them, but you guys can get my point here. Okay, so that's what you're looking at right now. We do have a lot of big decisions coming up, I would say, in the next hour. So stay tuned, everybody. But nice trade right here for the double top. It's going to be up to you guys to figure out what you guys want to scale out, though, because this is very volatile. This is like trying to catch a falling knife when it comes to shorts, because you never know when the next pump is going to be coming up here. Now, let me go over here very fast. One other thing we need to check out here, or two, I would say. We just need to take a quick look at very fast at Ethereum and Bitcoin. First of all, we'll start off at Bitcoin here. Daily chart. We're still having trouble with this Fibonacci extension level, everybody. We've had the breakout. We're still in a positive direction. We're just waiting for a significant pump up here. I don't know what the catalyst for that is going to be. It's most likely just going to end up being a large net worth individual really pushing the price up there pretty fast, where people are trying to play catch up. And you guys know when people try to play catch up, they end up losing money. However, if you guys have already bought and you guys already have your position through dollar cost averaging, you know, spot trading, whatever you guys may have been doing, you guys already have a position, and you're going to rely on those whales and those new investors that don't know how to really buy and trade crypto to make you get some good money by pumping up the price here. And if you guys have been looking on Twitter or anything like that, you know, everybody's hopping on the Dogecoin train now. Everybody's having tons of fun with it. Right? I think, I don't know, should I put 5 million in Dogecoin? People are going absolutely just bonkers with it. I'm not chasing it, but I mean, you know, if you guys want to do some day trading, this is a good experience to start day trading if you guys want to take it. Now, if Bitcoin does manage to break out above this, let's just call it about 20,780 level and closes above it for the rest of the day, which the daily candle ends in about an hour, we do have a good shot of going back up to $23,000, and I think that'd be another strong move for Dogecoin, Shiba, and Doge on Mars. All right, so I'm watching it patiently. I really hope Bitcoin will just hurry up and make the move. You can see it's not like there's a hard resistance level there, right? And the problem is closing above it. But if you zoom out right here, you know, that's a top, a potential top. Is going to be a neckline and a double top play. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. So keep an eye on it. As far as Bitcoin's concerned, you know, I'd like to see us stay above this general trend line here, if I can actually put it there. Oh, let's change it over to a 2-hour chart, so I'm going to make this a little bit faster. There we go. Okay. We want to stay above this general trend line. So that goes into, you know, Monday, Tuesday, right? So we may slow down here for a little bit. Let's hope not. Bitcoin's going to really control our destiny for a little bit here. We're just going to suck. All right, one other thing here, Ethereum. Oh, that's Ethereum Classic. There we go. Let's go over to the daily chart. See, Ethereum had a little bit of a pause, but it managed to break out. And now Ethereum, this is let me go back over here very fast. Where are all my Fibonacci levels all messed? I know what it is. Okay, so you guys know how I have that 24-hour stream. Well, last night I was using the same charts as on the 24-hour stream, so then it glitched out the streams server, so it actually had to refresh. So I moved everything over here to another server, another stack of data as far as trading view is concerned. So I'm having to start off with scratch. So that's what's going on. Sorry guys, I don't want to mess up the other 24-hour stream. So I'm going to do this right here. That's the lowest point right here. There we go. Now it makes sense. Okay. Now resistance, easy peasy, right? Oh, and as far as before we start zooming in here and going a little bit deeper into the data, you guys can see that we're getting very, very close to the 200 daily moving average as far as Ethereum is concerned. And after that, you know, we haven't been above that in quite a bit of time since what, April, and the time before that, January. It's been a hot minute. We're normally not above it. Now, maybe a golden cross could happen, but we should have another big boost here for Ethereum coming forward over the next few days if we do finish off this golden cross. The last golden cross we had with the 20 moving over the 50 right over here, that led to some pretty decent gains. We would also want the NASDAQ, the S&P, and some of those other markets to help us out here. And possibly we'd want to see the dollar index come back down a little bit more. But that's going to be hard with Jerome Powell and some of this stuff coming up over the next few weeks. So we'll talk about that more on Monday, I would say. So you are seeing, guys, and you know, to finish this off, we are seeing a lot of resistance levels being hit at this moment in time, where there's Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Doge, Mars, Shiba. We're hitting some levels of resistance. Maybe that means we're just going to have to take a little bit of a break here before we start making a larger move. So now let's go back over to Dogecoin. Here's that big moment. And we did end up closing down. They pushed us down right before the last few seconds there to make sure we actually closed down below the 50. Now, as far as this is concerned, now we got to start looking at maybe possible breakout points and what are those nice support levels that we have to be paying attention to. First little support level here, not going to be so much of a support level. I'd still be looking at the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. That's going to be the first one right here. And then after that, I mean, how aggressive do you want to be? We already broke down below that one right there. That's what that big dip was for. That one over here. No, that's too far away. Yeah, we're still too far away from some of those other support levels. If you draw any of these lines, they're going to be going way off here, and we're really far away from those right now. So what I'll do is, let's do this right here. Make this have a move right here. And actually, today's more of a Dogecoin day. We can watch Dogecoin on this chart. It's better to have a decent idea of what's going on here. There we go. All right. Give me. There we go. See. And hey, Bideford, nice to see you tonight, Mike. Oh yeah, guys, I'll be streaming for the next few hours. Don't worry. I told you guys I was gonna stream for a while today. I got busy in the morning with doing some work and then taking Loki outside. He was playing with the husky down the road. But yeah, I'm here to stay. I got some 7-Up and pineapple juice. Pretty darn tasty. Keep me hydrated while we do all this work here, because I mean, Doge, you know, every time Dogecoin takes a dip, there's always that fear that, oh my gosh, it's not going to come back up to these levels again. Now we're going to be heading back down, you know, so to speak, right? So it still seems to be very popular on Twitter. All the talking heads are talking about it, right? Buy Doge, Dogecoin, a lot of Doge stuff going on here, right? Or it's some random other stuff, I don't know. But yeah, so we'll have to see how all this pans out. But at this point in time, guys, we're on a slight downtrend with Dogecoin. Not, you know, of course, we're in a larger uptrend here. But currently, I mean, it's not like we're in any danger. There we go. We just managed to hit one of those larger resistance levels. And each time we've been able to hit one of those, well, most times, we've had to really test it out for a while. This is one right here. We actually got just pure pump up on this one. I wish we could do something similar like this, but you can see how much it's already pumped up. I can kind of understand that. Just so you guys know, if we do manage to break above this one right here, though, I know this is kind of really zoomed out. What is this one right here? That's a trend line probably. Yeah. I mean, that next stop is way up here on 26 cents. Zoom out to Dogecoin a little bit more. There's just a lot of old trend lines and stuff over here. I can get rid of a lot of these actually. Let's go over to the weekly chart. If we manage to break above this, we have to deal with maybe around 18 cents level of resistance. Then after that, I mean, if we can really get above this this old support level from the time Dogecoin started crashing, it's right around here, about 1539. You know, there's a good opportunity. We start surging back up above 20 cents then, which will be happening very, very quickly. But you know, we have to see how this plays out. So don't like put your life savings in a Dogecoin or anything like that. I know I made a joke short on it a while ago, but there's no reason you guys should be putting the whole kitchen sink into Dogecoin right now. If you guys have positions, do what you guys feel is right. Scale out if you guys want to scale out. Buy more if you guys want to buy on this dip, or just do some day trading if day trading seems more appealing than, you know, going to sleep with yourself holding Dogecoin. Whatever you guys are looking for, you guys have an opportunity to make money, especially with all this volatility here. And again, how would I implement a zigzag indicator for swing trading? I don't use zigzag indicators, but oh, there's Dogecoin breaking down to this smaller downtrend here. Tomorrow I'm doing a members only stream. Let me like look that up and I'll see if I can figure out a way to show you. But I don't use the zigzag method like that for swing trading necessarily. Not much, unless it's a nice little short day trade that's 1 or 2 days. But you know me, it's mostly zones and it's mostly breakouts and scaling out at relevant Fibonacci extension levels. Let's see. And hey, Irvin, we're going to let that sink in. I think we will. Well, if you guys have been paying any attention to what's going on Twitter over the last few days, let me just go over here to Musk. Is Elon Musk in my feed? Has he been doing anything of interest today? Or is he taking the day off? How much of random crap in my feed? I need to actually like pay more attention to who I follow. Okay. Elon. Oh, Mr. Chief Twit himself. There we go. Okay. Oh, what? Finally, the truth that carbs are amazing can be said on this platform. Hashtag free speech. Dude, he's just going on a full troll mode right now, and he's not stopping. This is what made my day yesterday. I didn't know what this was until I actually read the comments and actually read what was going on. I thought these guys were real because all the news reporters was like, oh my God, it's so sad. The layoffs have started to happen. And I was like, oh, right, yeah, good, dude. Elon's about to start firing people that weren't doing a good job, right? But I showed my mother this the other day, yesterday, and she died laughing. So, you know, as long as Elon continues to tweet, maybe if he gives out us a Dogecoin tweet, that could be pretty fun. But it'd be nice to see him tweeting a little bit more about Dogecoin. I think right now all you're seeing on Twitter is what's that guy's name? The guy that doesn't know technicals, but he's a Dogecoin fanatic, so he knows a lot about Dogecoin. Let me go over here. He's on my feed. I know he's on my feed. His name's Matt Wallace, but I don't know if that's his Twitter name. What did Ben say? I sent him with the dev. Oh, I don't know. Okay, whatever. If you don't close your FTX official account by today, get your funds off the exchange. Oh, something's going on with FTX? I don't know. Let's see. Nope. Alright. Then again. Thought I just passed him a few minutes ago. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. But let's see. There we go. And hey, Tara. Oh yeah, there's definitely a chance Dogecoin can pop, but you're gonna have to be patient for it. The last time we came up, the last time we had a Fibonacci extension level be a resistance for Dogecoin was just like what, a couple days ago or a day ago. Let me just. Yeah, it was like a day ago. Literally a day ago, we ran into the same issue. And then we just had to consolidate for a little bit of time. Then we eventually managed to break out. Some of the catalysts that we were trying to hold above those key levels, what I'd be using to here is just go over to the hour chart for Dogecoin and you'll see this 1 hour moving average, 20 moving average in the 1 hour chart. That was a nice little pop for us that time. We may have another opportunity soon here. This time Dogecoin just popped up so fast that maybe it has to come down a little bit more to kind of get its gears together to start moving back up. But there's different reactions when you hit those exponential moving at exponential Fibonacci extension level. Excuse me, guys. We hit one here, got rejected back down. We ended up running to your general trend line, got rejected there. General trend line, resistance, Fibonacci extension, Fibonacci extension. We managed to just plow through this. I don't know what happened on the 5-minute chart for this, but yeah, there was no resistance whatsoever. We just had a massive pop. Some really big dog or whale came in, bought it up. Then we just started using that as a level of support, and then again hit that next level of resistance. So at this point, if you guys think Dogecoin is going to go higher, which it definitely can, you guys are going to use this next dip that's coming or happening to actually buy more Dogecoin. That's if you guys want to trade or do any swing trading. If you guys are long-term holders, you guys may just be waiting on your, sitting on your hands, just kind of patiently waiting for this to move up even higher. Like, in a couple hours, it could be above 15 cents again. That's how fast Dogecoin has been moving over the last few days. So take your opportunity to buy dips if you guys want to. If not, no worries. This is a pretty volatile coin. Not everybody can trade this with confidence. People lose money, people make money. That's kind of the business here. There we go. All right, we'll keep track of Dogecoin right now. What's right here? And hey, Irvin, Mr. Ligma, Mr. Johnson. Oh gosh, I just can't believe the media got roasted so badly on that. Man. And that Crypto Yellow Vest. So there's no official announcements, I don't think, between Dogecoin and Twitter or Dogecoin and Elon Musk. What's happened over the last few days is Elon finally was able to buy Twitter. It was finally finalized. And so you're seeing a lot of people that like Dogecoin. It's getting pumped up a lot off the good news, because any good thing that happens to Elon is usually a good thing that happens to Dogecoin. People have the belief that Dogecoin will be used as part of the payment services that Elon Musk wants to implement on Twitter down the road. And if that is true, Dogecoin will go up a lot in value, and anybody that buys in now, even with the lower market caps, will be able to make a lot of money down the road. So like when you go over to Dogecoin here, I know most of you guys know this, the market cap for Dogecoin is pretty high. Well, back a couple days ago, we were down like at number 12, number 13 for as far as market cap was concerned. We're all the way back up to 8. So Dogecoin is back in the top 10. Let's hope we can get back into the top 5. But anyway, you guys can see that Dogecoin has about a $16 to $17 billion valuation as far as market cap is concerned. Now, there are tons of other companies out there that have much larger market caps. If we can get those, if we can get Dogecoin's market cap up to those levels, that's what we're looking for here for those longer term holders, those longer term investors. So let me go over here very fast. Let me just go over to Screener. What's a good stock that we could look at? Let's just go to market cap. Let's go to large over 10 billion. Apple's trillion, isn't it? What's something that you guys would know that's comparable to market cap of Dogecoin? So what is Dogecoin at again? It's around like 15, 16. Yeah, 15, 16. All right, so let's go over here to 2, 3. And I just, let me see, is there a filter? 2 billion to 10, 10 to 200. I guess we can make that a little bit easier. Let's go to 10. Okay. Best Buy. It's about the same valuation as Best Buy. Most of you guys know Best Buy. Fox Corporation. Another Fox Corporation. Chewy, the dog company, or the pet company, Chewy. Coinbase, right? Yeah, so it's about those valuations. So Dogecoin has a higher market cap than Coinbase does. Let that sink in for a second, right? So that's some of the stuff. That's why people believe it can go so much higher. And if you look at a lot of these different coins, whether it's just Dogecoin itself or other stocks out there, that Dogecoin can rise a lot more. Now, are you looking at tens of thousands of percents? Probably not at this stage, but you can make hundreds of percents if you were to still invest over the last few weeks, even today, and wait for the next big bull run down the road. I don't think this is the start of some massive bull run, guys. I really don't. However, as far as a bear market rally, I'll take it every day, all day, to make some good money while trading some of these currencies this week. And I'm going to stream a lot this week because of all this stuff coming out with Jerome Powell, interest rates and stuff like that. We'll have a pretty good idea of what's going on. Let me see if I can find this out for you guys very fast. Fed calendar. There we go. All right, so what are we looking at here? 2021. Oh, okay, there we go. So November 1st and 2nd. So just so you guys know, that is going to be Tuesday and Wednesday. The meeting will happen on Wednesday then. That's going to be a massive, massive day that you guys will have to pay attention to. If, how do I keep on staying out of my own picture frame? We're going to figure out what's going on as far as interest rates are concerned. If he's going to pivot, if he's going to pause, if he sees any reason to pivot or pause. The language he uses there will either be a massive catalyst to make the markets move up, or it'd be another massive catalyst to make the markets go down. So if the market doesn't like what he has to say, you will see the stock market primarily take a pretty large dip down, okay? Now, if that were to happen, you guys should be very attentive to what's going on in the market and the economy next week, specifically Tuesday and Wednesday. If you guys have any positions that you guys are buying or doing short-term swing trades, day trades, you guys have to be watching what goes on the news during that period of time, or at least have stop losses in place so you guys aren't just at work and all of a sudden you get off of work and you check your phone and you see that your Dogecoin or your Shiba or your Doge on Mars is down 30% in one day. You don't want to see that happen. So please, whether you guys are watching me or just having alerts on your phone or watching me in the bathroom, whatever, I know some of you guys try to find a way to watch me while at work. You should be very, very aware of what's happening on Wednesday, because Wednesday is going to be a major surprise no matter what happens. We're going to have to figure out, are we raising interest rates? First of all, if we're raising interest rates, the market's probably not going to like that. However, he can raise interest rates, then say, we're thinking about pausing. Even if he raises by 75 basis points again, and he says we're going to pause after this, market shoots up. If he says 75 basis points, but we're going to pivot, which means we're going to start lowering rates in a couple of months or something like that, he just brings it up, boom, market goes sky high. All right, until the major trends of a recession, when people start getting laid off, that type of stuff. So it'll be interesting, it'll be fun, but I want you guys to be prepared. But as far as the next few days, there is a lot of volume being traded. I don't have the volume here on Dogecoin right now. I can turn it on for you, but we just kind of got so many lines on here. You guys can clearly see the buildup of volume over the last few days. Things are really starting to churn here, and although volume has slowed down just a little bit, if we kind of zoom in a little bit more, you can still see how much more volume is over here compared to where it was just a few days ago. And this is a 5-minute chart, so this is really, this is yesterday. We go back even further, then you really see how little the volume actually amounts to anything. All right, we're on a rocket ship. The big breakdown point, guys, it's not for a while. If you guys are looking for the ultimate support, it's something like way down here. If we start breaking down below this, that's when you know you have a promise for Dogecoin. Until then, you're pretty much just watching and buying the dips to hope we come back up another level here. All right, let me get rid of that now. Let's zoom back into the 5. And as far as moving averages, as for support, this is the 5. We have the 200 here, the 15-minute that we were just talking about. We just talked about how this was going to get squeezed over the next few minutes. It did get squeezed. We are going to have that death cross. We probably are going to be moving back down here to we're already back into 11s, like I just said. But maybe the low 11s, I would say, maybe even the 10s. I would say your goal for tonight is for us to not break down below 10 cents. That would probably start pushing us back down a little bit more. And on the 4-hour chart, you guys can see it's okay if we start dipping back down a little bit, but we would want to make some type of dip and rip attempt here, or just a nice consolidation pattern for a while to start moving back up. But you guys don't want to see us really breaking back down below 10 cents, or you guys could use this on the 4-hour chart, the 20 moving average right down here. Okay, let me get the volume out of here. I hate the way volume looks on charts. It's not useful too much unless you guys are day trading, which I'm not right now, at least. There we go. All right. See, And hey, E, I don't know what the membership sign up is. I mean, if you guys want to become a member, I know sometimes YouTube has different, everybody's account is a little bit different. I don't know why it is, but if you go over here to the video that I'm currently doing, right, you should see it here, join. It's black, so it's not even highlighted here. But yeah, so you can see join right there. If you click on it, it should pull up the perks, right? And that should work out. And it looks like everything's on sale right now. So if you guys did want to become members, it looks like it's on sale. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's the only way I know how it works right now. It may change up every now and again, but yeah, YouTube has been kind of weird as far as they're making a lot of changes. So people have been having trouble figuring out where this stuff is. And hey, Miss K, happy to see you back. See you right here. Gotta have 2 accounts, the hold one and the profits one. A lot of people have those. What's cool about some of the new exchanges out today, they allow you to have multiple accounts within the exchange, so you can have one account for long-term holding and one account for more day trading and leverage trading and stuff like that, which makes it very, very nice. Let's see. And hey, Joker, there's no way they pause. I mean, I don't think they're gonna pause, but all he has to do is just mention that there could be a thought about pausing, like it's not off the table or something like that. That would still cause the market to be moving up depending on what else he says. I mean, I'll go live when Jerome Powell talks on Wednesday. We're gonna have to figure this stuff out, because whatever he says during his speech, it's gonna move the markets the next day. Because you guys know that normally building up into the interest rate hikes, we go up for a little bit, and then after the announcement comes out, usually that same very day, we actually do have a pop, and then following that, we have a massive drop on the other side. Now, I would say that probably happens 4 to 5 times, you know, so we'll see again. But, you know, if he does come out and he's very hawkish, even if the market goes up the same day he's hawkish, you'll see that the market comes down the following day in a very horrible fashion. But again, elections in like 2 weeks or something. I just got my ballot today to vote, and I'm going to be filling it out here later on tonight. And then I'm going to be going to the post office to drop it off. Probably tomorrow, I would say, when I go get some Chinese food from Poldo World. But, you know, when you have this many things converging at once as far as the economy is concerned, a lot of crazy stuff could be happening to the markets. Again, we have crazy inflation, interest rate hikes, midterm elections out here in the United States of America. We got Elon, the crazy popular, you know, genius guy that he is, buying up Twitter, freaking out people left and right. And then on top of that, you just got a market that's just ripping at this very moment in time and looking for any excuse to continue ripping. Remember, guys, everybody wants the market to go up, but everybody's afraid the market's going to be going back down because of the way the interest rates are slowly lagging behind the actual hikes themselves, right? Interest rates have been hitting the housing market pretty fast, some sectors really fast, but it hasn't really hit the real economy just yet, and we're still waiting for that. The good thing here now is there's still enough jobs in the economy where we're not like in peril mode. The bad thing here is inflation. And the last time we checked, guys, inflation didn't go down like we wanted it to. It's still going up. So as long as inflation's going up, you're going to have to see the Federal Reserve be more hawkish. And if they're more hawkish, that will bring down the market even more when it comes to what happens next year, Q1, Q2. I think after, like, personally, I think we may be in a bad recession after Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 of 2023. That's not my concern, although it kind of is. But remember, guys, when we hit a recession, the market drops way, way down at the first few months of the recession. And then even though everybody's still suffering, the market eventually starts taking off in preparation for the recession ending. So if we go back over here very fast, as we're kind of watching Dogecoin take this dip here, let's just go back over to the, I mean, it could just be the Dow, NASDAQ, whatever. It could just be anything here. So we go over to the weekly chart here. All right, so here's the 2008 financial crisis, right? You see how fast we came down? That all happened in 2008. But what happened afterwards, right? For the next few months, 6, 8 months, whatever you want to call it, we were down here low, and that's where you guys had an opportunity for a while to be buying off, and then all of a sudden we started taking off here. And, we just never looked back, kind of, shrink it all together, looking very, very good. regardless if we have a market crash that's like this or like this, however it turns out, I would still be buying on this dip, I'd still be buying on this dip, and I'd still be buying on this dip. That's why I'm dollar cost averaging. That's why I just bought a chunk of Amazon under $100. To me, that's a deal for my long-term holds, right? So it depends on how you guys feel about each one of these stocks or cryptocurrencies that you guys are buying. But you know, once we bottomed out right here, we were there for about 16 weeks. What is that in months? Let me just cheat because I'm not good at math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, about 2 quarters, a little bit less, of just being down in bad territory, and then we started to pick back up. You know, I don't think we're gonna have some type of prolonged bad market experience. We might have a bad, like you guys remember, this is 2010. This is when Barack Obama has his midterm election. The economy was still terrible. Everybody was pissed off. Everybody was very, very upset. It was a very, very bad time for a lot of Americans out there. And he got shellacked in the midterms. But guess what? The market had already recovered to back to where it was before the crash happened, the financial crash, right? We want to make sure that we're buying heavily during these times if we can time it. It's hard to time it, so you guys know us as far as Bitcoin's concerned and all these other assets are concerned. You know, we've been buying for the last few months pretty heavily. We're hoping that we get another dip here pretty soon so we can buy even more. But, you know, you still want to be accumulating crypto for the long term here. Let's go over here to the NASDAQ, right? Only a few months before it started taking off again. The 2001 financial crisis, .com bubble, a little different, but you know, you're still buying on the way down. You're still buying on the way down. And then eventually when it bottoms out for a few months, you're just like, man, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. That's usually when you guys want to be buying here. Why do I keep on getting messages on my phone? Okay. There we go. And right now the NASDAQ is barely trying to hold support right now on the weekly charts, on the monthly charts. Didn't even manage to hold it actually. Oh, I guess the support isn't actually there. It's right here, isn't it? On 10,676. Oh, and we're holding the 50-month moving average as well. Man, so many new things. This cycle is fun. All right, and one other thing here, the dollar index, everybody. Could probably go Fibonacci extension levels here just to make this a little bit easier. Although with all the rate hikes going on, I don't know how that's going to work out for us. But there we go. Now this isn't going to look as precise because I did it on the monthly chart, but you guys can see we did end up hitting Fibonacci retracement level. We kind of had a nice reversal off of that. We've been kind of in this cycle of let me see if I can find it right here. You know, dip, rip, dip, rip, dip, and rip, so to speak. Maybe we won't rip this time. Maybe this will be the bottom of the top of the dollar index market for us. That'd be very good for assets going into the end of the new year here. But I do want you guys to be prepared in case it isn't. These Fibonacci levels are really designed for currencies like the dollar, the euro, the yuan, ruble, whatever. It's mostly designed for these, and that's why you see it being a little bit more accurate for these than you might see on, you know, like a Bitcoin or an Apple or a Meta or anything like that, okay? Okie dokie, now let's go back over here to Doge very fast, guys. If you guys have any questions about Dogecoin, let me know. I know it's probably not the best thing of what you guys are looking for right now. To watch it come down just a little bit here. There we go. It's boomed up so much that it makes it hard to actually look at the chart here. Oh, there we go. That should be okay. There we go. And thank you guys for subscribing a lot. I really do appreciate it. I took out the sponsorship logo for today. I put the subscriber count there because we're moving up in subscribers, so I really do appreciate it. All right, let's see what happens right here. Let's see. And hey, GT, I don't know much about the Jupiter project, but I will be streaming on a Wednesday, that's for sure. With the interest rate hike coming out and the Federal Reserve meeting, I will be streaming probably for like 2 hours that day, probably, then maybe some at night as well. Yeah, so I gotta do a lot of work this week, but it shouldn't be too much time to do a couple hours of streaming. And hey, Whitman, worst case scenario, can it drop below 8 cents this week? Dogecoin? This week? Yeah. I mean, okay, so today's Saturday, so the week technically ends in like, for Bitcoin in like 50 minutes. So that's probably not likely. But going into next week, yes, it is definitely possible that Dogecoin gets back down to 8 cents. Definitely possibility. Definitely possibility. You're really going to be waiting to see what happens on Wednesday, like we were just talking about with the interest rate hikes. And hey, Aaron. Yeah, I haven't found out. I haven't found out any news about it as well. I've asked them, and they said there was some new rules, but I'm trying to figure out where the rules came from. So I'd be careful about it, but there hasn't been any consequences. I guess what they've been saying right now is if you want to get a VPN, you can, but there's no fix for it right now as far as getting that message at the beginning. So like I get that message all the time when I open up the app now, and then whenever I need to move money in or move money out or do trading, I'm not really hitting a roadblock after that message. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I'm still waiting for like a longer form answer of what's going on. All I know is from my contact, he said, let me go to my Telegram. Everybody uses Telegrams nowadays. If you're a new sign up, you don't there's no it doesn't require VPN, however cannot KYC. Existing user doesn't require a VPN but can KYC. So it's a little bit weird. But yeah, it depends on if you want to move your money over to another exchange or not. I think they're working on getting back into America, but I don't know what that regulatory decision was, because just like you, I looked for news and I couldn't see any news at all about what was going on there. See, and hey, it'd be easier if YouTube actually had customer service, but it's all good, guys. As a YouTuber, YouTube's customer service, it's not that good. They don't really even have it for regular viewers. It's only for people that have channels that have like followings, like like I have like 60,000 or almost 60,000 followers here. You're not going to find much YouTube support there. What I would say is, if you want to get help, I would go to Twitter and tweet at Team YouTube and ask them your question, and a lot of times they get back to you a lot better than what YouTube support does. In fact, if I had a problem, I would go to at Team YouTube support on Twitter instead of the actual built-in support that YouTube has. Two totally different things. And the YouTube support on Twitter is much better, in my opinion, than the YouTube support built into the platform. What's right here? And hey, Kenny G, Dogelon is moving too. Oh yeah, I sold off some Dogelon today as well. I was pretty happy with the big move, so I had to take some profits. Let's see. And hey, Ken, I tried to find the ticker for Pi Network. I think it's Pi Network. I don't know if Pi Coin is actually even live yet. That's the thing. Unless I haven't been following Pi in a while. Here's PI. Pi Network has faced its fair share of controversy. I didn't know you could invest in it. I mean, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Let me go to mindpi.com. They have news or something on here, a blog. Please let this be in order. I don't like when they don't do some of this. May tech and product update. I don't know if it's even live yet. I mean, I haven't gotten any notifications on it. As of the 26th of October 2022, which is 3 days ago, investors are still unable to trade Pi coins. If you expect the project to successfully launch and actually, okay. Let's see. Yeah, so it's not live yet. It's still not live on exchanges as of yet. I'd wait for it to show up here on CoinMarketCap.com or CoinGecko, one of the other exchanges. But yeah, it looks like it's not even available to trade just yet. People are talking about it, right? Saying it's going to go to the moon, it's going to go do something, but I haven't seen it yet at all on any of these exchanges, or I haven't seen it on TradingView as well here. What's right here? And hey, Tony, SPX. Oh, let me go over here to SPX. You're talking about Bitcoin with SPX. Which one do we want to go to? That's fine. So SPX just broke out above the 20-week moving average here, similar to what we wanted to see from the SPY, but SPY is a little bit different. If this rally wanted to continue with some good news coming out of Jerome Powell's mouth on Wednesday, then yeah, over the next 2 weeks, you could see that the SPY could potentially get back up here towards 4,100. After that, you'd probably see a dip, to be honest. But it would first have to pass through that level of resistance right up here around 4126. Yeah. So, you know, a scale out level if you wanted to buy tomorrow or sometime this week would be anywhere from 4,100 to 4,200, which would be very nice. That would cause Bitcoin, of course, to go back up towards $23,000, $24,000, and we might see the dip coming back from there as well. There you go. Let's see what happened to that death cross here a little bit later. There we go. All right. Why do most companies respond to Twitter first, especially airlines? It's because it's how they're perceived, right? I've noticed that on TikTok and Twitter, complaints can go viral. So companies want to fix it as fast as possible because at the end of the day, they're very much worried about their, they're worried about the public image, right? So if I go over here and I take a look at, you know, Twitter, and if I scroll down on my main page, since I follow Team YouTube, you can see right there, right here, you know, anyone else watching on at YouTube TV and having streaming issues, right? Team YouTube responds. They are very, very fast and they're very, very good at what they do on Twitter. But if I try to ask for help on something through my Facebook or through my YouTube account, it takes forever. They don't actually speak English. They try to give me a link instead of helping with the issues. You know, that penguin guy, I forget his name. He has very long hair. He rants a lot. He has really good rants. If I go on YouTube very fast, I can find him. You guys know who I'm talking about. This guy, right? The only fan. So he was talking about this the other day. So you guys know Bungie Games. They have an office out here in Seattle. Somebody pretended to be their copyright team. And basically what ended up happening is they ended up banning a whole bunch of Bungie games because the copyright was like, no, we don't want the games on YouTube. And Bungie didn't know what was happening. They're like, this isn't us. We're not doing this. And they went to YouTube to ask for help. And they found out, just like the rest of us content creators or influencers, whatever, they found out that YouTube support really is trash when it comes to the online app. Or the app or the website or whatever you guys are using it for. It's really, really bad. If a Bungie, which is a massive, massive company, can't get help really fast, what hope do people like me that just have like 60,000 subscribers, what hope do we have? We don't have much hope of getting our problem solved. So to remedy that, the best way you guys can go and get help is usually through Team YouTube, because they stuff can go viral on Twitter or on TikTok and other type of applications like that. Where if I get mad at YouTube support on their, you know, on the website, what am I going to do? Rant to you guys about it? No, I got more important things to do on my time. But on Twitter, that message stays. People can see the problem. People can see that the problem wasn't addressed. That's what I mean. I have a buddy, Tom. He has a channel, Tom Crown. Let me see. Oh no, gosh, I can't spell even Crown. There we go. All right. What? Well, I'm gonna get mad at this one. There you go. Okay, Tom Crown Crypto. Okay. His channel got banned just like my channel did a few months ago when YouTube was cracking down on bots. They thought both of our channels were scam channels, and without talking to us or even figuring out who we were, if we were real, both of our channels got terminated. We both went through Twitter. We both went through our contacts to get our channels overturned, like our expulsions overturned. So we both have channels now again. But, you know, we had to go to Twitter, through Twitter, to get help because YouTube support didn't do anything for us, right? Didn't do anything for us. He was just in Vegas a few days ago for the Litecoin conference. I was just in Vegas for a fintech conference. Two very different things, but you know, we're good buddies. But yeah, Twitter is where you want to go for YouTube support, right? Like I told you guys, even BitBoy was there. I think I saw the picture up from yesterday. And I'll answer your question very fast, Nicole. Just, let me just do this real fast. Is that the picture? No. Is that the picture? There it is. Yeah. So, you know, a lot of people were in Vegas. A lot of people were in Vegas last week. But oh, I'm glad to be back home, guys. Vegas is fun and all, but man, it does wear down on you very fast. Very fast. And hey, Nicole, now I'll answer your question. Sorry about the wait. Those on Mars tax write-off. Majority of the coin is owned by a non-profit. Goal to find a science behind the fountain of youth using space material. I mean, I have no idea. You would probably have to talk to a tax accountant there. It's based on how the company itself is structured. All right. And again, you're going to be looking at it like a professional tax accountant to help you out with this, because I'm not going to give you the definitive answer here. But it's basically how the company is set up. Is it a non-profit? How the rules are structured on that. A lot of the tax rules have been changed over the past year or so. And so a lot of the business tax rules have kind of been messed up a little bit. So I would say contact an accountant. But if you can find out how the business is structured, you may have a better idea of how that works. I'd probably say 60-40, probably no tax write-off, especially if you got a profit. But if it's a loss, definitely can do a tax write-off there. And hey, Aaron, Pi is supposed to have like 100 billion coins, so maybe it can hit a price of 10 cents. I'm hoping they can burn off some tokens if that is the case. As far as my Pi account here, guys, my Pi account is, oh gosh, I don't even know if I sold the app. I do got the app. Okay, it's right next to my Pizza Hut app. Oh, PI Pizza Hut. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me mine for some Pi right now. Mine up for Pi. I got almost 11,000 Pi. So, you know, I got some here, but I don't know what that's actually going to be worth, if anything, unless they really get churning and it really gets onto an exchange, in which case, you know, people can start selling and buying and that type of stuff. But you know, as soon as I don't know how they want to give out the Pi though, because as soon as everybody gets their free Pi that they've been mining on their phones with no work, do people just automatically tank the market by selling everything off? Or do people come in just to buy up Pi coin? I don't know. Because the way I'm looking at Pi coin right now, they're gonna have to do a slow, like, you know, people get their tokens every few months on like a regular basis. Because if everybody gets their tokens at once, everybody's just gonna sell them out of a panic, and there's not gonna be enough people that are willing to buy everything back up. And you know, why would somebody buy Pi coin? Honestly, if somebody else was just about to sell it because they didn't have to work for it, they have to buy it, they didn't do anything for it. You just push a button that says mine Pi. So we'll see how it works out, but they're gonna have to do a pretty specific plan for releasing all that Pi out to people and giving it to them, like, you know, transferring it on exchanges and paying all those fees. And hey, Fishman, might sell all my altcoins and load back into Bitcoin. Feel like the Fed is going to regulate all these pumper coins this week. I mean, they could. Most of it's going to be basically, do they feel that inflation is going down enough where they can start talking about a pivot or a pause as far as rate hikes are concerned? At this point, I'd probably say they don't, just because of, again, we had our inflation numbers come out last month. They were not good at all. It ended up causing us to have a new yearly low on the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. You know, if next month we have better inflation data, maybe they can start talking about a pause, at least, not a pivot, but a pause. They can start talking about that. But right now, I just don't see how they can justify it, especially because every single time you hear Jerome Powell come out, we want to bring inflation back down to zero. We want to bring it back into yearly norms. This is our mission, and we're not going to stop until the job is done. And he's expressly said that if there's a recession going on and the inflation is still high, the priority of the Federal Reserve is going to be to continue to have rates be high to lower inflation, even at the expense of the economy still having to suffer for the next few quarters, waiting for inflation to come down. Okay, so from my understanding, that's what he's going to continue to do, and it's probably not going to be good for the average American out there, but inflation will come down eventually, and that's when we can start talking about pivots and pauses, starting to lower those interest rates in order to start picking up the economy again. But I don't know if rates are going to be going back down to 0% or 1%. Rates might only go back down to 2 or 3%, and just kind of pause there for a little bit of time and let the economy kind of grind back up. But I don't know if the Federal Reserve is going to want to do this free money mentality thing after what happened with the housing market this cycle. It was absolutely insane. Oh, I needed that. And thanks, Miss K. I appreciate it. I really don't take pictures of people when I go out, meet them in the clubs, but I was like, oh, there's BitBoy. I haven't seen BitBoy before. Let me go say hi. Because we both know Tom. That's why I brought up Tom. We both know Tom. I've known Tom for like over a year now. I gave him advice on when his channel was first starting off, when my Dogecoin channel, this channel was blowing up. I was like, this is some of the stuff I learned. And he's a full-on great entertainer. He's like really, really good. He knows his technical analysis as well. Really chill guy. But you can see, he's a sunglass type. He's a really, really chill guy. I like him a lot. We talk every now and again. Like we talk at least like 5-6 times a week, actually. But yeah, really nice guy. That's right here. And Nicole. Oh, that's not me. Okay. Hey, Mike, 20 cents for Doge soon. What do you think? If we go to 20 cents, it would have to happen either tomorrow on a really strong, crazy, massive move, which is going to be hard, or it would happen sometime before Friday using the interest rate hikes and the speech that Jerome Powell gives as a catalyst to bring this up a bit. So right now, this is what I see. Just because Dogecoin is falling right now, it doesn't seem to me like this is the end of the world here. We've hit some pretty large Fibonacci extension levels, and we've been forced to retrace for a little bit of time, and then we managed to make our way back up, right? Hit one over here, resistance, hit a resistance over here. This is more of a trend line resistance. This is more of a Fibonacci resistance. So, from this high to this low, that was about 8%. From the trend line one, that was about, let's go over here, about 15%. This next Fibonacci level that we had, that retracement was about 7%, right? So far on this one, it's going to be a little bit more because we had this was a big pump. But so far along this one, we're at about 24%. We're kind of at that high point right now because we just kind of, you can see the boost from here, different boost from there to there, than from here to here, or even from here to here or here to here, right? So the way I see it right now is we're going to have to cool off for a while here, whether it's just like maybe a couple hours or maybe a day at most. We're going to have to cool off here, and then you're going to see another opportunity to buy a dip, whether you're dollar cost averaging right now, or you guys are just waiting for another sizable dip that could happen over the next few days. It could happen, but there's going to have to be a nice loading up zone if you guys do want to start buying up here at these levels. Let me go over here very fast. And let's see if I can just manage to hold above that 200 moving average on the 5-minute chart. And hey, Aaron, White Network offers lockup for bonus mining over the next 3 years, 80 billion tokens to community and 20 billion to core team. I think lockup is how they plan to avoid a massive dump. Oh, that could be it. Okay. After that 3 years, I expect an immediate and drastic sell-off. I mean, exactly. That's kind of almost why I don't want to even do the lockup thing. Unless they allow me to to exit the lockout early or something like that. But as far as Pi coin goes, guys, at the end of the day, no matter what I end up selling it for, it's still going to be a profit because I didn't have to do anything to mine those coins, to mine those tokens. So, you know, even if Pi coin at the end of the day is worth a penny, right? I'm still walking over 10 bucks. If it's 10 cents, you know, $100, whatever, but I'll still be walking with a little bit of money, and then I'll do whatever with that. I'll invest in Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Doge, Elon Musk, whatever. But yeah, I don't know how it's going to work out with Pi. I hope the best for it though, because I do have 10,000 Pi coins. I would like to see something good come out of it. And hey, E, thank you very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'd be always happy to help you out. I chose the 1 year lockup rate. Want to sell mine before the 3 year lockup people sell. I think that's a reasonable expectation. I think that's a reasonable thing to be looking for. I just don't know. I hope they have a good structure built out and they understand how the market works. So if they open up at the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, I think that'd be a solid time to release, because that's going to be going straight into a crypto bull market there with a halving for Bitcoin, a really good boost. You know, we've been through this before. I would like to see that come into play, but I don't know. I don't know when they're going to be launching specifically. I hope they launch pretty soon though. Right here, what do you think about Shiba Inu? I think Shiba is fine to invest in it. Don't expect it to go crazy like Dogecoin and Doge on Mars, because Shiba is like the anti-Doge, like the Doge killer, so to speak. And it's already been doing its own pumping while Dogecoin wasn't really doing anything. So it's a good play. I would be more of day trading or short-term swing trading it, but it seems like all the volume right now is really with Doge on Mars and Dogecoin itself, with a little bit extra like the spare going over to Shiba to have them do a pump up as well. Canada came in a little bit bearish on theirs, and the markets had a nice rip off for that. Same over here in America. We had some bad data and some good data, and we still managed to kind of have a nice pop off this week. And hey, Joker, think about this. Elon just bought Twitter, and he's been super busy doing Elon things. He says his tweets, he tweets mostly memes while using the bathroom. You think he has had time to enjoy a dump yet? Probably. As a human, he should need to relax time any day now. I mean, I don't know. Some people just kind of continue to grind and grind and grind and grind and grind. I just don't know. I like to take my days off. I used to be one of those grinding guys, and I just can't do it as much anymore. I just get worn out, mostly because I'm more like work smarter, not harder. But he's working harder and smarter, which is like out of my realm for sure. I just want to make money. That's why I do options trading, crypto trading, stock trading, whatever, you know. And then I run a YouTube channel. I have a marketing business on top of that. I'm doing deals with fintech companies now. I'm meeting people like BitBoy, you know, what I just showed you that picture. You know, it's all about the networking. Networking is really key in this space, guys. The more people you know, the more access to capital you guys have in your life. I'm doing something odd here, so I'll keep on moving over here. That's fine. There we go. Now I'll move the extra space over here. There we go. Okay, but yeah, so you know, it's all about networking, going places, meeting new people, and you know, just vibing with people. There's a whole cool crypto community that people that just know each other in the crypto space, and there's parties for us. We get to go to cool events for free. You know, and it's a really fun time, and I like learning about the space and what's going on. Remember what I told you guys yesterday? Nobody's talking about it yet, but there will be talking about it over the next few months. But you know, pretty soon there's going to be tokenized stocks. And what tokenized stocks does is it means you guys are going to be able to day trade stocks as much as you guys want to without the pattern day trading warning. It means you guys will also have access to trade those stocks 24/7, right? And you guys are going to be able to still accumulate dividends and things like that while you're holding those same stocks. So that's going to be a really cool thing. Those type of innovations that nobody else is talking about, that's what I'm really, really excited about. And since I now know some of the people that work over at that company, I have their telegrams and their numbers. I'm going to have the ability to have them on a a new podcast I'm going to be starting next year and ask them, how does this work? What do you guys think about it? How long before we can see it over here in America? Because, you know, it's always hard to get the project into America. And, you know, that type of stuff. That way you guys know it's coming. You guys can start moving your assets over to those type of platforms that give you opportunities to trade 24/7 instead of, you know, systems that are kind of more regulated by the SEC that are kind of much more tough and stringent. But the problem, you know, the reason that, for example, we have the pattern day trading warning and why banks and institutions, the SEC, don't want you to trade more than a few times a day as far as day trading is concerned, is because you guys have to understand how stocks are transferred. So when you buy a stock on Robinhood, you get the stock immediately. Robinhood puts the money up for that stock. However, it takes a few days for the position to be settled, which means it takes about 3 days for the money to settle. And so the way this basically works, if there's too much trading, Robinhood and other institutions can't keep up with that amount of money that has to be settled. And so what happened with GameStop during the last year was that Robinhood ran out of money to be spending on this type of stuff, so they had to halt trading because they literally ran out of money. They had to raise $1 billion on the spot or something really crazy like that. So that problem isn't going to be a problem anymore when you think about tokenized stocks and things like that. Although each tokenized stock is going to be back to 1-to-1. So in order for you to buy like 1,000 Tesla stocks or Tesla shares, the company is going to have to own 1,000 Tesla shares worth, which is not going to be hard for a company that has a lot of funding and a lot of backing, right? But regulators are going to be watching it very closely because you know how regulators like to hate on the little guy for making some money, right? And hey, Cassandra, happy to see you back. It's right here. And hey, Starscream, nothing like chilling and watching crypto charts. It's a pretty relaxing thing, everybody. I know people are freaking out right now because Dogecoin has dropped back down from 15 cents back down to like 12, 11 cents. But I mean, this is just part of the volatile movements. Remember, guys, you know, my memory is kind of bad. You guys know this over short term, but long term memory, you know, I've been here before. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Let's go all the way back over here to a couple years ago when Dogecoin was really taking off. You guys remember these swings? These swings were not small things. We fell down on this swing. Dogecoin fell down 75% on the swing. Just this tiny one right here fell down 40%. Kept on going, right? Even over, I don't know, can I find another good one here? This one over the next few days dropped down 18, 21, 29, 36%. We see it all the time. It's just you got to get used to it when it comes to crypto, especially. Now, you know, there's also small ones like this, but this, you know, that's still, what, 27, 28% right here. 50%. You got to get used to these drops. You got to get used to these drops. They happen a lot and it sucks, but they, you know, it's just part of life here. And the reason and the way you get over them is you guys have to know when to scale out, feel like you've made enough money. You guys are sure that you're going to be walking away with money no matter what happens. Those are the ways you get around all this chaos here. And Dogecoin is chaos at certain times, right? We're definitely seeing some chaotic moments right now. We're in a little bit of a dip. We're waiting to see. This is a 4-hour chart. If you think that Dogecoin is going to take off, we'll probably see the next 4-hour chart go down a little bit more from where it is now. And then after that 4-hour candle bar, you're going to start seeing it move back up slowly. I'm not sure here. It'll look more like this, right? So we're already going down. Next candle will go down a little bit more. We'll have like a bit of a wick. And then we'll start to peak back up. Maybe come back down a little bit more. We'll make some type of general pattern, right? And then we'll be looking for that breakout and hoping that breakout can cause another breakout, which can really take us up above to like the next level of the 20-cent range, 26-cent range, which will be hard to do. But that's what you're hoping for right now. And your best opportunity to buy is usually the first 12 hours after the dip. I don't know if you guys, let me see if I can find this for you guys. I posted a couple of tweets while I was in Vegas, but I also posted some community posts here on YouTube. Oh yeah, the Pro Kramer index is just a rip right now. Yeah, so like when Bitcoin broke out a few days ago, remember the zones you bought? You know, let's see. I made some money in Vegas. No, I didn't post it here. Where did I post it at? I don't know. It might just be Twitter, but I don't want to scroll down all my tweets. But you know, you just got to be patient with it. On the 5-minute chart, it looks so drastic. Same with the 4-hour chart to a certain degree. But you know, if I just zoom out here, all right, the dip. You're just hoping that this time, since we have a big rally behind us to kind of give us some wind behind our backs, we actually have the reversal like that. Or you think we're something more in this type of period right here where we're going to be going up even higher over the next few hours to next few days. There we go. We really are riding this 200 moving average though. Why don't we want to break down below that? I would love if we can break above this right now. It'd look pretty weird, but I mean, it would be a nice move for Dogecoin. That'd be kind of nice. Hey, Byford. Some potential new milestones about to happen here. Man is really busy. What do you call it? Elon's busy. I don't know if you're talking about me or Elon, but yeah, Elon's very, very busy. I'm busy, but not the same type of level of busy as Elon. I still get to go chill with my dog. I don't even know if Elon has time for like anything else besides work and maybe just his kids. I don't know what else he he has time for at this point. Oh man. This right here. There we go. Oh, thanks for following me, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Okay. And then Cassandra, how am I going to vote with Voyager? I'm just going to vote yes. So this is a little bit of a recap here, guys. Ugh, let me get my shirt straightened out. This is my old Lyft jacket from when I drove Lyft in college. See the Lyft? Oh, you guys can't see it. Lyft. No, my microphone's blocking it. Never mind. I'm not going to try. But basically, FTX won the bid to buy out Voyager. I just want them to be. I just want the saga to end. I want people to get their money back, and if that works, I'd be very, very happy. You guys know I don't have much money tied up in Voyager because I sold the majority. I moved the majority of my assets out of there once we started hearing about all the problems, just to be safe. But I'm just gonna vote yes. I mean, if we vote no, if it gets struck down, what's gonna happen? I mean, you know, they're gonna have to just figure out something else. That's gonna take longer. People aren't gonna have access to their money. People will I don't know how much people are gonna be making back after all said and done. However, I do know if they get that money back sometime before Christmas or sometime before the end of Q1 next year, they're going to have a great opportunity to reinvest that money into coins that are cheap, low market cap, or just Bitcoin in itself, and they'll have the ability to get that money working for them again. The bad thing about what's going on with the Voyager right now is the money really isn't working too much in their favor at this point in time just because they don't have access to it. And that really, really sucks. So, you know, let's hope that everybody votes yes on it just so people can get their money back. But, you know, I can do more stuff with that money in my account than if it still remains in Voyager. And that's the way I'm viewing it right now. So I'm going to vote yes on that proposal whenever they send it out. I think, well, yeah, I even got my voting information today too in the mail. If you had an order in, you would have your original investment money back in your account. I'm sure it will go higher than that. Just don't know when. Nobody knows when, but that's the fun part, right? That's why we're mostly just dollar cost averaging here, being safe, playing it safe, making money down the road. What's right here? Anyway, Miss K, have a great rest of your night. Now might not be a bad time to jump out and then back in a little bit lower, but I'm not sure what your trading skill is. That's always the hard part here, guys, because your emotions play a massive role in when you guys are trading like this. Like personally, I sold about 15% of my Doge on Mars already off of this pump, and I'm very, very happy with it. I haven't sold any of my Dogecoin off, but you guys know me. I haven't sold any Dogecoin off since, oh my gosh, when was this? I haven't sold any Dogecoin off since, was it right over here? No. Let's go back over here. Yeah, I haven't sold any Dogecoin off since May 4th of 2021. And I told you guys for weeks and weeks and weeks, I was going to be selling half of my Dogecoin off at 50 cents. Right? And I did. I got some hate for it, but I did. And I made a bunch of money off of it, which you guys know I used on my TV and stuff like that, just because COVID was still going on. But then after that, we kind of got into more choppy waters, right? but I haven't touched my Dogecoin position since then. You know, my Dogecoin valuation since then, you know, since that those highs, I guess, for Dogecoin in general, it's down like 84% still from the 2021 highs, all-time highs. From where I sold half of my Dogecoin, it's down about 75%. But from where I bought my Dogecoin originally, if I can find it, there you go. You know, my Dogecoin position is still up about 5,200%. I'm still pretty happy with that. You know, so I'm just waiting for this bear market to hurry up and end so I can make some money. But you know, everybody has their different strategies. I still have the luxury of having my average be under like a quarter of a penny. Not everybody has that luxury, right? Let's go back over here to the 5. The 15, we're seeing some support. No, okay. 5 right here it is. Patiently watching this bad boy play out here. And here, I just noticed that there was an easy 12 hours of my life into further research. It's right here. It's right here. I'm looking too bad right now. Elon needs to take a poo. I mean, here, let's take a look at this very fast. Let's go off of Tom. Thank you guys for following me. I appreciate it. I don't know if Elon's been tweeting at all today though. Dogecoin's been going a little bit here. Ben. Dude needs to put a shirt on, come back to run the company. Yeah, Amazon's not doing so hot right now, but that's okay. That gives me a buying opportunity. Dude, okay. Elon Musk, there we go. Nope, he hasn't tweeted in 6 hours. Maybe a reply or something like that. Let's go over here. Nope. A smiley face 5 hours ago. I'm triggered. This is no longer a safe space for me. Low carb is best is the only truth that should be allowed on this platform. Oh my gosh. Oh man. There we go. Oh man. Yeah, so not much has been changing, it looks like. So far we're just seeing Dogecoin on a very a small downtrend. I don't think it's too aggressive here, but we really do want to see it at least for now, since we're kind of watching the 5-minute chart, stay above the 200 moving averages here. But again, on the 4-hour chart, we're really just watching the 20 moving average on there, and on the hour chart, we're really going to be watching here. Like, remember I told you guys that theory, if we have the 4-hour chart here, we're going to try to do a V-shaped and then kind of do a consolidation and break out again later on. That's the hope here going forward, okay? So on the 4-hour chart, we want to stay above this. We want to see all that dip, rip, you know, sideways action, then bloom. We want to see all that happen before we end up running into the 4-hour chart's 20 moving average. Excuse me. If we don't manage to stay above the 20 moving average on the hourly chart here, this one, excuse me, that's where we start dipping back down to 10 cents, 11 cents. And that's where things are a little bit more tricky, where people start to freak out a little bit more, and where we're going to really have to hold 10 cents specifically. Otherwise, we'll be coming back down to around 8.5, 9 cents. Nobody's going to want to be back there, because if that does happen, then our next level of support's really back down here around, like, you know, 8, 9 if it's, you know, Sunday, tomorrow, maybe 10 if a couple, like Monday or so. So, you know, a lot of the big moves that you guys are going to be seeing, are the important moves, they're going to be happening over the next few hours here, which is not too bad, since, you know, last night the same thing happened, but last night Dogecoin blew up while most people were asleep. That's never a fun thing, right? See right here. And hey Rohit, when you make good money from trading, everyone makes you feel good and happy, appreciate you, but when you hit big losses, everyone calls you a gambler. I mean, kind of. What I do as far as trading is concerned is people don't know how much money I'm making or how much money I'm losing generally. I don't really tell people that, because I don't want them asking me for money. I don't feel like they, you know, I don't want people to see me as a source of money for them, acting like somehow it's very easy to trade, like I didn't have to work very hard for the money I make. So I tend to, like, every once in a while, like if I, if I had a wife or something like that, I'd be like, sure, I'd probably tell her. But as far as like mom, grandparents, sister, they don't really know how much money I make. They kind of have an idea, but they don't know. They don't know when I have a big loss. They don't know when I have a big gain. They don't know, and I kind of like it that way. Nobody has to know how much money you're making. When I'm at the airport, you know what I dress up as? I wore my Under Armour slippers, some Dickies socks, which are really comfortable, but not like they're expensive or anything. I wore this shirt from Amazon, and I wore my watch and my ring, my headphones. The only way somebody might be able to tell that I had some money, and here's Dogecoin going for a little bit of a ripper here. Let's see what happens here. The only way somebody knows that I might have a little bit of money is when they see me walking into getting into my first class seat, or going, in the first class line. So like when you go through the airport, you check in your bags. You go check in your bags the Alaskan Airline first class line, or premium first class, 10,000K miles club, whatever those three things are. After that, you go through security. Security has its own first class lines. I go through the first class security line, and I'm past security pretty quickly. After that, I go find a seat. Guess where I go sit? In the Alaskan Lounge. After I go through the Alaskan Lounge, after chilling there for an hour, getting some free food and some snacks and some guacamole and chips, I'll walk over to the gate like about 5 minutes before they start boarding. I'll hop in the first class line, and then I'll hop on the plane, and then I'll get my seat, and I'll get my free drinks, my free food, which is kind of included in the ticket when you think about it. And that's about it. But if you see me on the street, I'm not blinged out or anything. At most, you may see me in a collared shirt and a khakis if I'm going to some type of event. But don't let people know how much money you make. If you really become successful at trading, don't. Just be yourself, stick to it. You can buy some nice things for yourself, don't get me wrong. I'm about to buy that $450 ring tomorrow, right? Or no, Monday. There was no reason for people to know who you are, that you have money. Have a good conversation, chill out. People are gonna bust your nuts if you lose money, or even if you make money. Just be like, I don't care. I'm like, your life is still good. Don't get me wrong. That's why I explained to you the whole this first class trip thing, how good that can be. But when I'm walking on the street, I might as well be just some bozo with like subpar clothing or something like that. Nobody knows. I drive a 2012 Ford Fusion. It has all the bells and whistles in it, but nobody can tell from the outside. Don't worry about it. If you're looking for somebody to boost you up when you're down, or bring you back, if you're too crazy, like you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make money no matter what. You want somebody to hit you with some more realistic thoughts. Join a Telegram group, join a Discord group. Don't rely on your family or your friends to really be that big support group for you. They can be aware of how you're doing, but don't expect them to really support you, because they'll be jealous if you do make it, right? Unless it's your wife, then she'll be like, oh yeah, now I got more money for Target, right? But yeah, go find a Twitter group, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. But you have to be willing to learn. Nobody's gonna spoon feed you all this information. Not even me, right? I'll give you guys help, but I'm not gonna spoon feed you all this stuff. Take your time. It comes with time, and it's not something you can learn really fast. But if you're willing to learn and do the gritty work, like I read books to learn how to trade full time. I watched tons of YouTube videos to learn how to trade full time. I did lots of practicing, a lot of losing money while I learned how to trade full time. You go through all that, and then you have like reasonable questions. Somebody that really knows what they're doing will be able to help you on some of those next steps. So it takes time though, and not everybody's going to have time to help you, but that's why a lot of the work gets done by you. And hey, Michael, sold some Doge at 13 cents, bought at the lows. There you go. That means you made some really good profit. Really, really good profit there. We need an Elon poo timer. It's been 16 hours, 12 minutes since Elon's last Musk. Didn't he sell some cologne, Musk's Must or something like that? Oh, hold on, Loki's over here trying to get head scratches. There we go. Yeah, I was working when I got up to 14 and 15, but luckily got back in time to sell at 13. There you go. It's always very, very hard when you're at work. Always very, very hard when you're at work. because you're always trying to, I don't know, your boss is always kind of watching. You're like kind of gonna go sell it very fast, gonna go sell it, and you gotta pretend like you gotta go use the bathroom or something like that. Yeah, there you go. And hey, Joker, Mike taught us how to get a first-class ticket to Vegas with a phone call to cash in on a casino credit. You could be taking a big L's in the trading world and still be living lavishly, balling on a budget. I dig it. You're Wiseman, Mike. Guys, I don't like spending money if I don't have to. I really, really don't. I never like spending money for the most part. I think it's just a bad habit since I grew up poor. My great-grandma did the same thing. My great-grandmother passed away and she had millions in her bank account. Loki, did you do something? No, you didn't. Okay. She had millions in her bank account when she passed away. That went to my grandmother, and nobody knew she had that much money, but she grew up so poor that she was just too afraid to spend it. I at least tried to spend it on some stuff. Like, my hotels didn't really cost me too much money relative to what you guys may be thinking. Hello. But like my ticket to Vegas first class was $800. It's like a 2-hour flight or something like that. It comes with unlimited drinks, booze, drinks basically, wine, whiskey, whatever you guys are looking for, they have it on the plane pretty much. Comes with like food selection if you want hot food. I like cold food because like they have like grapes, cheese, and crackers. That's my dish of choice on the shorter trips. And then it comes with like chocolate, some sweet stuff. If you want any snacks, they have chips, they got a whole bunch of stuff. Any sodas, anything you want, you get unlimited sodas. You can get blankets if you want them, a little bit of a pillow if you want them for first class. You know, whatever you want, they pretty much give it to you on first class. The lounges are pretty much where I like the first class tickets for the most, though. If you guys have ever been to an airport lounge, they're very, very nice. They're just not like luxurious nice, although you can see them in a sense of luxury. But you know, I spend my money on small things that make my everyday life better. Like literally, I spent over about like $500-600 on Ubers while in Las Vegas because every time I got picked up, I wanted to make sure I was driven in a nicer vehicle. And about 90% of the time, that vehicle was a black Suburban using Uber Premier or Uber Premier XL, right? So just imagine me just driving, like being driven around in an Escalade all week. Not Escalade, Suburban. Very freaking nice. I like it. Those type of small things bring a smile to my face while I'm enjoying my trip. Because it reminds me when I was a kid and I was like, I'm going to be driven around in the car when I'm older and I have a lot of money. It fulfills some of those smaller dreams that you guys might have. So, you know, those are the small things that I spend my money on. But like normally, it's not like I'm living in a mansion or some type of really lavish day-to-day lifestyle. I just have daily quality of life enhancements. Daily QOLEs. I don't know how to turn that into an acronym, but you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. You guys will have lots of fun, or maybe you guys already have lots of fun when you guys spend your money. A lot of you guys make good money without even investing. Some of you guys just use investing to make even more money, right? And hey, JR Samples, you mentioned another stream that you were looking for a way to give away some NFTs. Pope is a good way to, is a way some businesses give away NFTs, event NFTs. Oh, I'll have to look at that too. As long as it's not like costing me an arm and a leg, I'll figure it out. Because the NFTs I've been looking at, I put them on OpenSea. And they're doing, I mean, I haven't really done anything with them so far, but I need to make some more NFTs. The NFTs that I think I made for you guys, hold on, you guys can watch Dogecoin while this is happening because it is trying to make a little bit of a move here. I don't even know if I'm logged in. Am I logged in? Oh. No, I've only made a one. I don't even know what the other one is. Oh, is this? Oh, gosh, I don't know. All right. Whatever. It's this one, right? This is one of the things I turned into an NFT. It's called Bitcoin Greed. It's pretty much there to remind you guys to sell at the next all-time highs and not be too greedy. But I've been making tons of other stuff. You guys know I have a lot of those pictures on my desktop from all the AI stuff I've been working with. I'm going to be putting those in NFTs and giving some out. So like, I'll give out 50 of the ones you just saw, another 50 of another type, another 50 of another type, another 50 of another type, basically. And I guess mods might get all of them or something like that to say things to mods. But that's not too crazy. But you guys, let me see if I can find them out for you here. If I go to my Discord channel, This is one that's for YouTubers only, but if I go over here to direct messages, Mid-Journey bot, yeah, so some of these are different things here, testing out some stuff, but you know, this is maybe something I can turn into an NFT like this one. This one right here, I'm working with a lot of darkness versus light, heaven and hell type stuff right now, kind of having some passions about that. See, look at that, climbing out, you know, getting out of the bear market, going into the good times. Could even be random stuff like this that I create through the AI art systems. But like if I go up a little bit more, you know, this could be an NFT. I got some different colors here or different styles. If I keep going up, there'll be a different color. There we go. My personal favorites are the greens and the golds as far as the fire is concerned. But you know, all this stuff I'm just going to be giving away as free NFTs here. And then later on, I'll figure out a way to get this to give you guys free stuff, like access to certain things that I provide for you guys down the road. You know, key in a lock. There's a, I mean, you know, little cute little ape, right? All types of wild stuff here. All types of wild stuff. This is an evil ape or evil monkey. You know, there's one I made for Loki. You see my dog that was just on my arm a few minutes ago. This is a version of Loki is in NFT form. Excuse me, guys, I'm talking too fast. So you know, a little bit of winter stuff, snow globes. You know, I could turn a lot of stuff into this. Into NFTs. I like these ones quite a bit, you know, a little bit of technology vibes in them. This is the one that's the background of my phone right now. It's always an eye catcher when people talk to me. They're like, ooh, what's that? You know, I like this type of stuff. All right, more marble stuff here. Darkness, you know, this is supposed to be a Bitcoin king leading his golden army. You know, a lot of cool stuff you can do with this. And I'll turn a lot of that into NFTs down the road. And what's right here? And hey, Kenny Mini, hate to see you doing good. That's very much true. It's just the way it works, right? It's just the way the world works, unfortunately. But, you know, I don't give the opportunity to hate because they don't know how much money I make, right? They know I'm doing well, but they don't know how well I'm doing. If anything, I've been seeing, not necessarily like, you know, friends getting really mad at me for wealth and stuff like that. Most of them are pretty supportive. But what I have seen is people maybe getting a little bit jealous of the celebrity of being an influencer, not the money, but the celebrity that comes with it. And if you guys know me, I'm not really much of a celebrity. But yeah, people just get envious for different reasons, right? And Michael says there's a guy in Discord that's an amazing trader. If you have access to one, that's always a nice thing there, my man. Did I ever check out the Tesla taxis? I haven't heard much about them. I remember Googling them, I think like a couple days ago, but because while I was in Vegas thinking about, you know, taxis and stuff like that, it seems like it's still a while away, but the technology of what they're building seems to be proprietary to Tesla right now, because a lot of other companies, we were just talking about this yesterday with Ford, they're not having the same breakthroughs with the AI driving technology that Tesla's been able to do. So I think it may happen down the road, but I still think it's a little bit further away. But it's just another reason to me to be investing in Tesla as a whole, because they have so much intellectual property that makes it worth the investment, if you ask me. And hey, Dagan King, I already pictured you living that life. What do you call? I live a nice life, but it's not what you might like. It's not a Logan Paul type of life. Right? What are you doing? Go over there and chew on that. He has a toy over here. Remember what I told you guys yesterday? When he plays with toys, he's like susceptible to biting people like bad, because he just tries to bite the toy as hard as he can, and he just bites in my leg or my arm. There you go. You like rings? Me too, but I like the vintage. I have a few friends like the vintage rings. I just like, so I've been trying to go for silver rings because I think silver looks better on black skin, darker skin. I have the gold watch with diamonds in it. It's fine. I like it a lot, but something about silver rings, I like it. I like them a lot. You know, as Dogecoin takes that little bit more of a dip here, let's check out the 15-minute chart very fast. You're seeing it's just running up against that 50 moving average here. But, you know, I'm gonna go over here. I was just talking with Avi. This guy has 2 million TikTok followers, really good guy. We were talking about rings the other day here. I won't show you guys our conversation really, but you know, a whole bunch of different rings. This is the ring I'm thinking about getting next. I'm not entirely sure, but there's a couple other rings I like. But the next ring I'm getting is going to be that that David Yurman one, the one that's not too expensive from David Yurman. Dude, you are trying to bite my stomach, and I don't like it. Terrifying me, dude. Let's see. Men's rings band. This one, yeah. Nice, simple. There you go. That thing. If you guys can see it right there. That's the ring I'm looking to get right now. I'm buying it on the 1st, because on the 1st I'm going up to Seattle for an NFT Seattle. Dude, drop it, drop it, drop it. Gosh, go. Sit. Oh, well, I did a horrible job throwing that, didn't I? But yeah, so I'm gonna be buying that ring pretty soon. Sorry, Loki's like, he really wants to play, and I can tell he really wants to to play. All right, let's go back over to the 5-minute chart. Let's see if we can manage to. So you guys are, if you guys can imagine it, there's a fight going on between the 50 moving average on the 15-minute chart and the 200 moving average on the 5-minute chart. That's the battle that you guys are basically seeing right now. If I was to guess, I would say we might lose the battle, but we'll have to see if there's a whale that can come in here and give us a nice little solid pump up. Let's see. And hey, Doge King 69, can we send you NFTs? I would love to gift you an NFT for all the nuggets of valuable information you have shared. I don't know how to receive NFTs, but if you DM me on Discord, I can learn if you want to send me one, and I'd be happy to keep it. I wouldn't sell it, but I would just keep it as a long-term kind of thing. But yeah, that way people could see my collections online, you know, and they could see that, hey, I got a, you know, I got an NFT from you, some other people. Yeah, I would be able to do that, work that out. But you are just trying to bite me, and it's scary, dude. He doesn't bite you like a normal dog, like, you know how he's playing with his toy. He specifically, like, this is my, just imagine like my chest right here. He doesn't chew it like right here. He chews it like this on your chest. So yeah, you guys can see for yourself. Loki. See? Oh, no, his toy dropped. Never mind. Yeah, huh? Oh, here. You guys are giving me some super chats today. I'll let Loki have a treat. Thank you for being calm. And then he goes right back to sitting. Okay. You guys can watch him grab the treat. Loki, come here. Thank you for sitting down. Yeah. Huh? He didn't play games that second time around. He was like, I want the treat and I'm going to eat it. All right, there we go. And hey, do I think Doge can go up? Yeah, Dogecoin can definitely go up all the way up to like 20 cents at this point with how fast and how volatile it's been. It can definitely go up a lot higher here. I was really surprised this morning how fast it did pump up once it managed to break out above that one level on the Fibonacci extension level here, which is represented by this white line. Yeah, right, this white line right here. We managed to break out very well, and we use it as a support level. That's really, really good. Dogecoin can definitely go up higher, but we're kind of in this loading up zone right now after having such an amazing pop. And by that, I mean like after this breakout right here, we popped up 70% in 10 hours. It's okay to cool down after that. So yes, I do think Dogecoin can definitely go up a lot higher. You guys do want to be more careful if you guys are buying right now though, because a lot of the rally has already happened. It can definitely continue to pump up. That's not what I'm saying. Dude, stop trying to bite my leg off. And God, I threw the toy, hit the wall, came right back to my foot. That's my luck right now. But the higher it goes, the harder it goes, the harder it is for you to make a profit. Okay, so you have to understand that. So this is not the same time as if you were buying just, you know, yesterday when we had the dip off of the last Fibonacci extension rejection, or last time when we got rejected off of the trend line here. It's not that same type of thing. We're dropping a little bit more. Each time it gets a little bit harder for you to turn a profit, okay? But at this point, we're coming back down gradually. This isn't a big crash or anything like that. You're just patiently waiting for another buying opportunity. And if I was to buy, I mean, I'd probably look to buy under 11 cents, but above 10 cents, 11 to 10 cents, or 10 to 11 cents, excuse me. I'd be happy to buy around there. If you guys are more aggressive and okay with holding, I think even under 12 cents is a good buy, but you got to be patient. Not everybody can like watch their asset go down 10, 15% and still want to hold it, right? Have I checked out Bortuni? I have not. Tonal? I can't pronounce that, but I have not checked it out. Maybe I'll check it out later on though. Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for more jewelry, I guess. That's the one thing my hobby's been picking up on lately. Oh, I did not look at the Tesla tunnel at all. And they were dropping down below the 20 here. And now we're down to 11.5 cents now. 11.5 cents. I didn't check it out there. I mean, most of my trip as we're kind of watching Bitcoin go, Dogecoin go down here a little bit. Let me show you guys here. Did I even type that in properly? No, I didn't, but that's okay. So my first night there, you guys know I landed like at midnight or something. I stayed at this hotel right here because all the other ones are packed for a concert or something that was going on. Plaza, is this Fremont? This one right here, Golden Nugget. Yeah, it was nice. I got a very nice room. You guys saw the post I did in shorts. It was nice. It was fine. Not luxurious, but I mean, it was pretty darn spacious. I got a sofa, all that good stuff. I was not used to people dancing on the bar tops. I wasn't ready for it. Was not ready for that at all. But I guess it's a Vegas thing. After that, I stayed at the Westgate for the next 2 days while I was there. Venetian. Where is the Westgate at? I don't. Venetian's right here. Oh, this is the Westgate. Oh, okay. It wasn't. Okay, we put on. Yeah, so I was in a room somewhere over here. Really nice big room. I loved it a lot. But I was taking an Uber from the back of the building because this is the Uber pickup spot right by the sportsbook. You get picked up by the Uber, they go over here, they drive around, and then they drop you off right at the front of the Venetian, right over here. Venetian. Then I would get dropped off right up here, and then I'd walk over here to the convention center because I didn't want to get dropped off here, which was fine, but yeah. And then, every day I'd walk around a little bit, grab some food. They provided free food, but there's something about eating Vegas food, right? And then come back to the Westgate. And the final day, I wanted to kind of just have one good day of me gambling and having fun and relaxing at Vegas. I got a room at the MGM Grand. Yeah. And it was nice. It was fun. Bigger than I expected. I haven't really been to the MGM in a while here. And then after that, I just got my, there's a valet that's part of the, Uber staging lot right here. And they just took me right over to the airport and I was good to go. It was a fun trip. But yeah, I spent so much money on Ubers. My gosh. But it was totally worth it. I love taking nice Ubers. Let's see. Fun factoid, I have a minorly big stash of rings I bought from Wish app last year. They all look great. Ended up buying dozens at a time. Hey, if they look good and you feel good on them, dude, get them. What do you call? I think I bought some stuff from the Wish app. I think it was like a long time ago. It must have been back in like 2016, 2017 or something like that. I bought something, but it didn't. It wasn't jewelry though. It was some type of electronic device that like broke on the second day. I was really heartbroken over it because I was like, oh, I thought I found something cheap, but it was so bad. Well, let's see. Would a swap for Doge for Crow make sense? It really depends on how you see the overall Bitcoin market going. So we just had a new day here, guys. This is the new day. Remember when we talked about the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin? We talked about how this new 4-hour candle would probably have a wick if it does want to have that reversal here. When it comes to something like Crow, I would probably just have to look at it very fast. If I can find it, there we go. Crow's looking like it has a double top on its mind. It has a neckline right now of around 10.5 cents, so 0.1085. If it breaks down below that, you're probably going to see a pretty nasty move. On the good side here, you have a golden cross on the 4-hour chart between the 50 and the 200 and the 20 and the 200 here. If you want to swap it, I mean, I'd really... Let's go to the daily chart very fast just to make sure. No golden cross there just yet. Where's the 200? Still pretty... Loki. Don't bump my head. My hand. Still pretty oversold compared to a lot of other assets out there, especially Dogecoin, right? Hit new lows too. So we're gonna hit new lows over here. We can change it up a little bit. Okay. So if I were to buy, I'd really wanted to touch one of these support levels here just to be safe, especially because if you were to buy it right now, it still has that downward trend. And what we're looking at today, which is going to be a big choice for a lot of crypto assets out there, is primarily if Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're going to be able to break out and hold above these Fibonacci extension levels. So you see Bitcoin right here on the daily chart having issues with it, right? Just having issues right now. And then you also have Ethereum, same thing, having some issues with it now. Doesn't mean we're coming back down. It just means it's more of a gamble at this point in time because a lot of assets with larger market caps like Dogecoin as well, they're all at those resistance levels, or in Dogecoin's cases, it's already gotten rejected from it. So I would think if you want to do it, you would probably start slowly dollar cost averaging in right now, or just waiting to see what happens if you fall down another. I mean, let me put this into perspective for you. If it falls down another 2%, it's not like this is a massive drop, right? So, you know, if it comes at another 2%, you want to take your first position. Maybe if it just drops on another 1%, you could take your first position. I would probably say anything under 11 cents is reasonable if you're expecting Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum to all break out above those Fibonacci extension levels, primarily Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because if that does occur, then we got to use our own Fibonacci extension level for this, and then we start pulling it out over here. Right, that price target that we're going to be looking at is most likely going to be the one level over here around 11.5 cents. After that, maybe up here to 12. So if you're hoping for that, you might see a return of about 13%. That's how I would aim for it right now. And that 13% kind of matches up to this level of resistance we've seen over here, and over here, and a little bit over here as far as a support level from back a few months ago, excuse me. So, I mean, I think it's reasonable if you wanted to do that switch over right now. You know, just if for whatever reason Dogecoin starts to go pumping up again and Dogecoin's going to 15 cents, 20 cents, 25 cents, something crazy like that, be careful if you're going to try to get out of that crypto coin position and try to rush back into Dogecoin. Be careful of, you know, trying to move coins too much or flip your coins too much. But yeah, that's a decent strategy here. The gamble that you're taking, or what you're hoping is going to happen here, is that Bitcoin and Ethereum primarily manage to break out to that next level on the upside here, and that'll give a lot of these coins another big day here for everybody to make a lot more money, right? Once Monday comes, that's where things start to moderate a little bit more, because everybody's going to be watching what happens with the stock market, the SPY, NASDAQ, Dow Jones Industrial Average. How's UFO coin doing? Let's go to the daily chart. It's come down a lot since I sold it a while ago here. Let's see. It's at about 60%. But you guys know how I do this type of stuff. Yeah, resistance there, resistance there, resistance there. It broke out above that. This was a massive, massive pump up here. The next one was right over here. Down a little bit more. Yeah, resistance right up there. Wonder if I should buy some more of this. This was a great rally. I know some of you guys bought this along with me when I told you guys I was buying it on the dip. But again, I was really surprised. How much did this thing run up? Like about like 600, 700%. Yeah. Kind of want to buy some more of this because we're about to have another golden cross here pretty soon, right? So right there, just like our head right there. I'm hoping we can have another big spike here. I'm patiently watching. I already have a position in this, you guys already know, but I might want to do a more of a trading position on this. I'll wait to see what happens today. Today I'll make the choice. Spell token, how's that doing? Still down a little bit. Spell token may actually barely be ready to pop as well. Chili's already had a nice move the last few days. Gala, maybe Gala might have a move. Gala is so oversold compared to a lot of other coins out there. Just look at that. Pumped up so fast, and then the breakdown, we open up your short, poosh. Just came back down ever since. Sand, sushi. KDA. ICPs even managed to hold. Link. Broke out. Yeah, a little bit of resistance up there. Breakdown shorted, yeah. Breakdown shorted. Breakout up, yeah. Man, Shiba's still doing okay. Litecoin, is that doing anything? No. Engine coin. Oh, this is a. The heck is this? There you go, and let's drag this down now. Oh wow, Litecoin is very oversold compared to a lot of other stuff, and it did bounce up pretty nicely after the lows, 74, 75. But this engine coin. Engine coin would be something if we do have a larger bear market rally here. Engine coin is something that should spike up pretty well. But yeah, for today, guys, we just started a new daily candle 23 minutes ago. We want to break out and hold above this, guys. We really want to break out and hold. You can see that we actually did break out and close above it right now. We need to continue to hold above it and hope that we can get one gigantic, one big push, basically. That big push should be able to help us out. Any other trend lines I need to pay attention to right now? No, I'll keep on looking at this one. I just don't want this to turn into a double top for Bitcoin. Top, neckline. Because that would mean Dogecoin will most likely come back down as well. There we go. And hey, Diana, I'm not sure. You're not the first one to tell me that. But yeah, double check the join button and see how it is. I don't know why it's been happening, and I've even noticed that some people have been giving away free memberships, and the memberships show up on the day up, but they go away after a couple days. If you see the problem persist, Diana, excuse me, I would go over to YouTube and I would tweet at YouTube at Team YouTube. After 3 years, I'm finally all these people that have been unbanned for a while. They're all showing up again. Team YouTube, yeah. If you tweet at Team YouTube, they should be able to help you out. It's much better than trying to go through any support system through YouTube.com. All right. Just want to check here right now, guys. Still 0-0, I guess, the World Series. Oh no, Houston's up 1-0. Okay. I can't play too much because YouTube will get mad if I start showing you guys baseball stats. Let me get out of this actually so it doesn't, no video plays well and I can't hear it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Right here. And thanks, I appreciate it. Oh, and my mom's doing fine. She just got back from dialysis like an hour ago. So I'm gonna go say hi to her in a little bit. I think Loki wants to go say hi to her as well, and my little sister. But she's doing good. She's doing a lot of physical therapy, getting stronger every single day. She's doing a lot of work with the Swedish hospital for kidney transplants and stuff like that. So we're hoping soon enough she'll be able to get a surgery, but her body has to be strong enough for the surgery itself, which is why she's doing all the therapies and stuff like that. But she's doing good. She's in the right trajectory, I would say. What are you doing? Loki just heard me talking about her, so now he's over here saying, oh, we're gonna go, we're gonna go, we're gonna go. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, see, I didn't know that, Mr. Rookie. I only use Wish app when at the very, very beginning. Only at the very, very beginning. That's right here. What's the indicator at the beginning? The indicator at the beginning is mostly just an oscillator mixed in with some. Let me just show you. So you can think about it as a few different things. Green, red. Excuse me. No. Green, red, you can think about like a RSI, overbought, oversold, right? Usually over here is when you want to start buying. This is a 5-minute chart, so give it some leeway here. You're mostly going to use this on daily charts. When you see the support on the divergences, you're normally going to be buying off of those support levels. If it breaks down, you're going to be shorting down below those support levels here. You can do technical analysis on this if you want to. This is a paid service that I get for free from another person. So like, you know, we break out above that. That's usually an opportunity to buy, but we didn't. You can do technicals on these type of things. On a daily chart, there we go. So if you see these little bars, these are usually there's little arrows in here. I don't know if you guys can see them. There's like a little red arrow kind of within the bars. This means two things. So the arrow normally symbolizes, hey, you should probably start selling off here, like a sell signal basically. But also the gold bars tell you that an institutional investor, like a large player, has started to sell off a position. All right. See right here, here. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. If I go up right here, they sold right here and we went down a little bit, but it ended up going back up even more. Okay. So it's not like, you know, just because the rich person's selling, that means all of you guys have to stop selling as well. You're just starting to take off profits. And that's basically how you use it. You can use the cloud here, like, you know, the red is usually a buying zone or a be careful zone. Green is usually where you're scaling out, right? So that kind of sums it up a little bit here. Well, let me move that along. Most people I've seen just basically use it as far as like an RSI, and maybe they do divergence in their heads, or they just look at the little arrow to say, hey, it's probably good to sell. So if I were to use this right here, you know, a little arrow, what is this, the 5th of October? You know, you got a sell signal right here. What happened? Kept on going down, down, down for the next few days before Dogecoin eventually took off, right? Notice no, it didn't get the last green signal was down here, and in which it went up, right? It went up a little bit, but there was no green signal right here that really said, whoosh, we're going up to the moon, right? So it's not 100% perfect, but it works out pretty well. It does work out pretty well. And we're about to have a death cross right here as far as the 15-minute chart's concerned. I hope we can manage to break back above that. I would say the next time we break above the 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart, that's most likely we're going to start to see some more aggressive moves on the upside for Dogecoin. And here's the 5-minute chart again. Let's kind of keep track of this right here. There we go. Let's see. And 8 square bagels. We just talked about them, but I can pull them up very fast for you. Spell token right here. Let's go to the daily chart. Yeah. So spell token actually looks probably the best out of the two here. You can see it's been curling back down. It might have a golden cross pretty soon if we're going to kind of hold these levels. As far as spell token, the main reason I like it though is because it does have a lower market cap, which means you don't actually have to do much leverage on it. You can do no leverage at all because it's what's the market cap at? It's on my watch list. There it goes. Yeah, the market cap is only 92 million. It's down 17%, 18% in the last 90 days. You know, it's only up like 7% in the last 7 days. So low market cap, this thing can really pop if Bitcoin decides to get going. Not really so much Dogecoin. Dogecoin's doing its own thing with Shiba and Doge on Mars. But spell token, that can really get ripping here for lucky. And you can see that. Let me just do this very fast. Let me take this out of the equation. There you go. We haven't even hit that first level of resistance on the Fibonacci extensions. If we just hit that level of resistance, right, then we're talking about 20% profit, just like that. And just so you guys can put this into perspective, for Bitcoin, a lot of these other assets, Bitcoin's already at the second level, and that's where it's facing its trouble. Hasn't got to the third, fourth, fifth, and like that. But spell token hasn't even gotten to the first. So if it manages to take that next leap up here, which is definitely possible if Bitcoin can stay at this stay relatively high and break out above its own Fibonacci extension, 22% like that. If it wants to go more parabolic, which would probably mean, you know, not much money because it's a low market cap coin, you know, up 43%, up 50, 60%, I think it'd be fine. You might have to wait a few more days though, but I thought about buying some more spell token. I haven't, but that's mostly because, you know, I bought a bunch down here, I bought a bunch over here, I sold a lot of it up here, and I just started buying it back over here, and I finished buying it actually like 2 days before it dipped. So I've already been able to accumulate much more spell token, and so if it does pop up again, I'll most likely sell it again and then come back, wait for it to come back down and buy even more spell for down the road. Accumulation of more coins, if you will. But yeah, I think spell token is something most of you guys should be watching if you guys like playing with low market cap coins. If you guys like playing with low market cap coins. So like if you guys were more of a fan of Doge on Mars and you guys were Dogecoin during this last little rally we saw the last 2 days, still kind of happening right now actually, you guys might like spell token. See, as far as Dogecoin is on the daily chart, we could just end up having another big day here right now. We're just kind of patiently waiting this out. We still got another 23 and a half hours left. Yowza. There we go. All right. Reddit's been popping up in conversation a lot on Twitter with the Algo fam. VeChain to me, I mean, like, it's more of a longer term hold. Like, you trust the utility, you trust that they have the context in the industry, and you can trust that they're going to become something in the long run. So yeah, it's definitely an industry gossip. I don't know. People talk about it at the water cooler. That makes sense. If that makes sense. And hey, Patrick. As far as Dogecoin, probably it could go back down as far as 10 cents. If it starts falling down below 10 cents, you're gonna have some issues as far as it. Because if guys, I'm all over the place. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of water. That's what it is. Ah. Oh, that was good. Okay, here. So this is a 5-minute chart. So candles are gonna be kind of small, but this is what I'm looking at right now. So we've managed to hit that Fibonacci extension level. Most Fibonacci extensions, we have a little bit of resistance here, except for the last one we had. That was a nice little pop that Dogecoin had. That this white line right here, the 10-cent range, that's a big level of resistance we do not want to break down below. So I would say if I was going to be buying in personally, if me being a more conservative, I'd be happy with anything between 10 and 11 cents with maybe a 9.5 cent stop loss. Okay. So right now we're coming down gradually. We just had our first death cross on the 5-minute chart. We're going to have another death cross here over the next few minutes. On the 15-minute chart, we've already broken down both the 20 and the 50 here. We want to stay above the 200 here, but primarily, Patrick, anything under 11 cents, anything above 10 cents here, I'm happy to buy. But you want to be watching the 20 moving average on the 1-hour chart. We talked about this a couple hours ago when I went live. How we're most likely going to run into this sucker. And then if we don't manage to hold this, that's where the 20 on the 4-hour chart comes into effect. And if we manage to break down below that 20 moving average on the 1-hour chart, you'll see Dogecoin probably come down pretty fast to below 11 cents and then try to do a little bit of a stagnation anywhere between 11 cents and 10 cents as it tries to hold that level before making a little bit of a reversal up, whether it wants to do something of a double top, a rectangle, some type of pattern. We're waiting over that for the next, I don't know, that's a day or so, right? But I would say, 10, 11 cents. I wouldn't really try to wait for exactly 10 cents, maybe 10.5 cents to 11 cents. But, that's a reasonable level for this dip. It's already down from the highs we experienced yesterday. Currently, it's down about 22%. That's not bad for a buying dip on a coin that's going parabolic at the moment. Yeah, no worries, Square Bagels. If you have any more questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. Mr. Joker is pretty much saying, huge red candle followed by an even bigger green one. I think a lot of people would like to see that so they have an opportunity to buy before it goes parabolic. Let's see. I was looking at Gala yesterday. Those music nodes sold for 10K. Gala, that's like 300 right now. Oh my gosh. I mean, they're making money, I guess. What's right here? Every time Philly wins the World Series, we go into recession. Oh man, bad luck, I guess. I think my friend told me that a while ago, and he was like, let's hope the Phillies lose. Oh man. But then you draw a line from hump to hump, and then you're officially a fortune teller. Oh my gosh. Hey, thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. And let me know if you have any problems with YouTube. You're not the only one that's been having the issue, so I don't know what's going on here. I know usually if there's problems with YouTube, I can kind of figure it out from a studio perspective, so I can go back here in my backend, and it'll give me like a little thing saying, "Hey, what's going on?" Like there's an issue here that's being resolved, copyright claim, channel violations, but usually there's a box here saying here's an issue that you should be aware of, and so to speak. But I don't see that happening right now. But yeah, at Team YouTube, hopefully they can help you out, especially before tomorrow, because tomorrow I do tomorrow I'll do the what do you call those things? The member streams. Sorry, the member streams. See, and hey Robert, Luna 2 starting to pop. Oh, Luna, maybe Luna Classic, Luna. Do I even have them still on my charts? I see Luna Classic. Luna must be somewhere close by, right? Yeah, there it is. Let's go over here very fast. Luna starting to go up a little bit. Luna Classic starting to go up a little bit as well. Yeah, Luna is not looking too bad. I think just because we had a smaller breakout right here as far as Luna is concerned, right? A bit of breakout, some support, trying to make a move up here. The regular Luna as well. Let's go to the 15-minute chart here. Yeah, also had a smaller breakout there, even though that kind of just broke the downtrend more into a sideways trend. Almost a double bottom type of vibe, although I wouldn't call it double bottom. But yeah, it's trying to make some moves here. I mean, a couple of coins are up today, but most are down. Those are just indexes, so they're not really important for us right now. But yeah, KDA is up a little bit as more, but KDA I think is a very low market cap play as well. What is KDA at? No, I don't care about my account. I don't care about my account. Okay. Yeah, $258 million market cap. Not much at all right there. So we'll keep track of Luna and Luna C as well. Hopefully these breakouts end up leading to something nice. Bitcoin is still trying to deal with this Fibonacci extension level here. It needs one of those big pops just like it had over here. It's not looking like it's going to happen though. I really hope we don't have that double top though, like I said a few minutes ago. If we do have a double top here, regardless if we break down or not between the neckline, that means we might not see a stronger move until Tuesday or Wednesday, which would really suck. Unless we can have some really good news coming out tomorrow about the market, like a rumor about what the Fed's going to say. That can be pretty interesting. But I don't know if we're going to get that or not. Still breaking even there, okay. There we go, okay. Leave my Phillies alone. What do you call? Don't worry, I'm rooting for the Phillies. The Astros beat the Mariners this year, so I'm rooting for the Phillies. I don't want the Astros to win the World Series. Here. And hey, Larry, how many trades are you guys doing? A couple hundred, a couple thousand? What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean by how many trades am I doing? A couple hundred, couple thousand? I mean, I probably do, if everything averages out, maybe one trade a day, because you guys know I like to take multiple trades in bulk at once. Maybe one, maybe two trades a day, depending on how the market is. Lately, probably more of two, because I've been day trading more. But depends on everybody's how they trade. I have access to, I can do day trading on stocks, you know, which not everybody can do because I have like the $25,000 in the account. So that's kind of nice for me, but not everybody has that, so they might trade less. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that question, but if you specify, and I'll be able to help you out. What's right here? Target price for tonight before 6 a.m. for tomorrow. I'd probably say Dogecoin goes back down below 11 cents. Then that's going to be a buying opportunity if people want to take it. It's going to be a riskier buying opportunity for sure, though. So just be careful that you and know that you probably want to have a stop loss, probably around 10 cents, maybe a little bit less than that if you want to give it a little bit extra wiggle room. But I'd probably say it's going to come back down below 11 cents unless a whale comes in here and kind of just pops out of nowhere, which could happen. But I would say 10, 11 cents is a good support level if you guys want to buy that dip. And hey, Cassandra, oh, what time for the thing tomorrow? Probably from like 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Not many people go to the member streams because they usually ask all their questions during this main stream. But I'd probably say from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, because after that I'm going to Poldo World and I'm going to grab some Shin ramen, some really spicy ramen, some drinks for me and my sister, and I'm gonna buy like 2 chickens and 2 ducks, and I'm gonna cut them all up, and I'm gonna package them separately in these little Tupperware containers in my freezer, so I can cook them, you know, whenever I want to, without having to cook the whole duck, cook the whole chicken. If I can, I'm gonna try to buy 4 ducks though, because I really prefer duck meat over chicken meat. But I don't know. People say I'm too bougie for trying to eat duck instead of chicken. I love the taste of duck. It's amazing. The fat of duck is something not the fat. It's not the fat of chicken. Seeing, hey Ujiro, sell Doge now. It depends on what your goal is for Dogecoin. If you bought Dogecoin a couple days ago at like 4 or 5 cents, you know, 6 cents, 7 cents, whatever, and you want to walk away with a profit no matter what, you could sell right now. If you're looking to, if you just bought Dogecoin a few hours ago as it was testing at that major level of resistance on the Fibonacci extension level charts, you could sell right now if you're hitting your stop loss. It all depends on how you want to trade this out. I can't tell. I have no idea, like your entry, your stop loss, stuff like that. You're supposed to have the stop loss, your entry position, all that stuff known before you actually execute the trade. If you don't have all the information down before you execute the trade, you're more likely going to be holding too long or not holding long enough. And that means you're not going to be making as much money as you could be, or going to be losing money, frankly. So have all the information ready to go before you even make the trade. That may take a little bit of work on your part, but it is what's going to make you money in the market consistently. Sounding real Fed right now. Let's see. What do I think of Zil? I can't pronounce that. The chart, let me see. Broke out there. That was a nice breakout play. That was really, really nice, especially after the week. It kind of had to set a big pop. So now, oh wow, now we got to worry about some other stuff here, don't we? Okay. For now, let's, I guess, get that off then. 20. I was not a fan of fib levels, that's for sure. Alright, so for what I see right now, it did just make a new 2022 low, which isn't the best thing here. However, you know, we do have a general trend line of support right here, depending on which levels you guys are going to be using. Yeah, that was a nice breakout. Ended up breaking back down here. It's gliding on that same trend line now, though. Alright, yeah, it is holding up. Okay. So, as far as what I see right now, it's at a decent buying level if you wanted to do a swing trade. Let me change it up a little bit. There you go. General support level right here. This would be more of a buying opportunity than a selling opportunity. It seems oversold relative to a lot of other coins on the market right now. So unless there's some really bad news going on with it that kind of justifies that, I think it would be a good opportunity to kind of buy some in here. I don't know exactly what this coin does. I don't even know if I have any of this or not. Hold on one second here. There we go. Design, build, and use powerful DApps, decentralized apps, I would assume. Low cost, environmentally sustainable, and highly scalable. That's something you want to see from all of your companies out there. $178 million locked, 34% circulating supply, APR 13%. That's not bad at all. Developer portals, okay. Blog. Beta 4, Web3 War. So building some games and stuff like that. That's pretty interesting. Okay. This seems like a good, solid, long-term hold for me. It's. I heard one of you guys say they're going to be working on a gaming console. I mean, if they can get that working, I would say that's a strong long-term buy. It's only at 3 cents right now. Yeah. All-time highs. I don't know if Binance had something different here. Let me see. KuCoin? No. Maybe MEXC? No, that's still longs. Not on many charts. Hubi. There we go. Okay, that's more realistic, I guess. Yeah, was it 25 cents? No, I would say this is more of a dollar cost averaging play because I still think the overall market is going to go down lower in Q1, Q2 of next year. However, short-term play, it looks fine to me, especially with this potential rally we could see with a Jerome Powell coming out on Wednesday. And on top of that, as far as the project is concerned, it seems like something that has some potential, especially since I'm looking at their blog, stuff is happening, people are using their chain, people are making money or at least having success on their platform. So I would say, yeah, that seems like a pretty decent opportunity to make some money there. There we go. And then Michael, yeah, ducks. You get ducks from Palda World. They're very, very good. I cut off the duck heads and I give them to Loki and frozen. They're Loki's favorite snacks. Duck head, crunchy, juicy. He loves them a lot. Does AIM still exist? I do not know. Yeah, no worries, Ujiro. If you want to set up a either a notes page on Google or maybe a Google Sheets page, before you make the trade, really try to have all the information down. It'll save you so much time and so much money. So much time and so much money. Modi host, it seems like it has a market cap of only $8,000, so probably not. A very, very, very small market cap. Let me go over here. Let me check out their social media followings. No biting my shorts. So the website no longer works. That's not a good sign. Community, Twitter. They haven't posted since January 28th. So yeah, I don't think it's doing anything right now. Jasmy is trending in finance. That's interesting. So maybe Jasmy is something you guys could check out as well. I don't really know what Jasmy's up to right now. It looks like the other one's not in right now. This is a 5-minute chart. Jasmy seems to be making a run out in the last few days, not last few hours. Let's go to the daily chart, right? Jasmy pumping up. This is basically a lot of shorts getting out of the market because if you guys zoom out on Jasmy's chart, you can see why shorts might like this, right? So this might be something you guys want to play around with for the next few days as well. Seems like they had some good news. They broke above the 20 moving average here. Next big level of resistance is probably going to be the 50 moving average here. But I mean, if we go over here to the 4-hour chart, we spread this out a little bit. I mean, you're going to run through a lot of the Fibonacci extension levels pretty fast here because you keep on hitting new lows. All right, so we already got rejected off of this one. After that, we're heading up here like 0.006. Right, it's going to be hard to time this one, but Jasmy coin seems like something you guys might like as well here. Looks like catching a falling knife. Very, very, very much so. Very much so. There you go. And still dragging down here a little bit. Yeah, no worries, Robert. Happy to help you out. What do you think about Mullen stock? I don't know what Mullen stock is. Let me see if I can find it here. Mullen Automotive. Oh, okay, I know what this one is. Oh man, this is just not the. I mean, it did break out here. It doesn't look like it's doing much since then. This thing doesn't have a lot of liquidity in here, so you guys can see it doesn't have a lot of not a lot of people buying and selling it. Not many people are trading it. It broke the gap, which is nice. There we go. That's the pattern. There we go. So we got a little bit of a triangle right now. We already broke out above that gap, so that's nice to see. If it does break out from this pattern on the 4-hour chart, I think it would be a good opportunity to buy. You might be able to buy it somewhere for 49, it's gonna be 50 to 54 cents, and then from there you could probably sell it around 60 to 65 cents, maybe even 70 cents. So it seems like it's preparing you for a decent trade if you wanted to take it. As far as a long-term hold, I don't know. I don't like the long-term fundamentals. The last time I checked, but that was a while ago. You can see how overall it just hasn't been performing too well, especially heading into a recession. A little bit more worried about it. But as a short-term trade, if it does manage to break out of this little bit of a pennant on the daily chart, more of, I would say you could buy it and probably turn a good little profit. Maybe anywhere from like 10 to 20% profit within a 2 to 3 period of time. So, I think it's okay. But it's a risky trade for sure. It's a risky trade for sure. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, Mullen's a little bit different, but at least Mullen, it's had a little bit of a short squeeze, it looks like so far, and it is in a pattern which you guys can trade if you guys want to trade the breakout, right? All right. And hey, Icy God. Basically, Dogecoin got rejected off of the Fibonacci extension level, and it's just slowly grinding down right now. Probably going to be going back anywhere from like the 10 cent to 11 cent range if you do want to be buying back in. Otherwise, if you're more aggressive, you can buy under 12 since I still think it's an opportunity. But a lot of people that would be buying under 12 cents, sometimes they might not be willing to let it go down into 10, 11 cent range if they buy now. But yeah, I think anywhere under 12 cents honestly is fine. But I think most people are going to prefer trying to buy underneath 11 cents, anywhere from 10 to 11 cents. And then from there, we're going to try to break out. Dude, stop it. Stop it. And then they're going to try to make a run back up here towards 0.1593, so 16 cents. Dude, I'm trying to work. And so we're going to see how that goes. Doge on Mars, though, for today is actually up while Dogecoin is down. Doge on Mars is continuing to move up, so a lot of you guys might be watching that instead. So, give it some time, everybody. It seems like it's doing okay, but be patient with all these coins. Usually during the beginning of the day, we come down to cause a wick for the daily candles. So if I go over here to Doge on Mars for today, oh, okay, well, that's not going to look good. There we go. You can see how we had the wick at the beginning of the day, wick over here, no wick over this one, wick over here. A lot of times we just make those small wicks before eventually trying to pop up later on in the day. All right. But okay, buddy, I'm going to call it a day right now. I'm going to go take Loki outside. He's becoming more aggressive, like he really wants to use the bathroom or something. So let me go over here very fast. So guys, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Loki says hi. I'll give Loki a treat so you guys can see him be all good. Yeah. Thank you. What do you call it? For him being polite. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So I'll be streaming Sunday as well. I'll be streaming Monday. I don't know if I'll stream Tuesday. I might stream Tuesday. But let's go to Doge on very fast. He's starting to pump up a little bit more. And it's hitting that level of resistance. That's what's happening right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll be streaming pretty much every day next week. I just got to figure out when I can take a break because I'm going to be streaming a lot on Wednesday as we hear from Jerome Powell and all that information comes out pretty soon, okay? But okay, buddy, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and you guys will be moved over to the 24-hour stream. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to ask. Somebody's usually there to help you out. Thanks again, everybody.